Yo, people, welcome back to another watch along. I was just making sure that my mic was on. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat? Are we okay, ladies and gentlemen? Are we good? Are we ready for another FA Cup final? How are we? Listen, teams are on screen in a moment. I just need to fix the benches, but we're pretty much all good to go on that. I was just typing that up in the back end. And I am praying and hoping for a little bit of a shock today. You know what I mean? I'm sure we all are. A lot of us are just hoping that there's going to be some sort of surprise, some sort of, shock win for Crystal Palace. I mean, it's their first potential trophy in their history. I haven't seen any scenes from Wembley. I'm going to get up on my screen in a moment. But yeah, if they could pull it off today, it's going down in history. And I'm sure everybody will be happy with that, considering we have been watching Man City win this competition for far too long. Man City's bench is wrong. Don't worry. It's now been updated. The benches are now updated. I was just typing that up in the back end. And yeah, I'm in a good mood because we've won. You know what I mean? We've won our game. So we can kind of enjoy the weekend to a degree. I think maybe we're still looking at Nottingham Forest and hoping that they'll be able to mess up against West Ham at City Ground. Newcastle playing Arsenal. I don't know how relevant that really is to us at this point. But yeah, we did our job. Villa did their job. So it all goes down to the last day. And that's when we really need to be stressed. So we should probably just enjoy the weekend and not stress ourselves out over what is going to be inevitable, which is a dramatic final day. Let's see in the chat. Ortega is starting in goal, 100%. I'm going to go through the lineups in just a sec, actually. But we have got it all on screen. Let me know if there's any mistakes or there's any players out, missing. But I don't think there is. I think everything's fine. City are beatable. In my prediction for this game, I'm going to put a poll up right now, actually. I did go with Man City to win the game, 2-1, which is obviously very boring. It's not obviously what I want. But I just feel like City's know-how and their way of maneuvering Wembley and their experience, and they got a chip on their shoulder as well, because last year they obviously lost to Manchester United. It was a pretty poor performance. They was drunk after their title win. I was not happy with them. No Chelsea fan was happy with them because they ended up putting us in the Conference League because of the way that they played against Man United. We finished 6th and still had to play Conference League. But yeah, it wasn't a great performance. It was pretty disgraceful, to be honest. And I think actually the only reason why they got their goal was because Onana made a mistake in that final, if I am correct in saying that. So yeah, I feel like the way their season's gone, the underperformance, KDB coming towards the end as well, they'll probably want to see him out on a high. There is a lot at stake for Man City. As much as there is for Palace, obviously we don't need to get into that. It's quite obvious what's at stake for Crystal Palace. There's a lot at stake for Man City, just to get a trophy in the door for the season, just to end on a high and salvage what has been, by their standards, pretty damn poor. And obviously Pep is trophy hungry, so he'll want to get something today. So I don't expect complacency from Man City. I don't expect them to disrespect Crystal Palace and come out here and almost expect that it's going to be a walkover. I'm sure they're going to play at full capacity regardless of what happened in the Premier League a couple of weeks ago. So it's going to be a dogfight out there. But after the dogfight's over and Wembley, big pitch and pressure and navigating, maneuvering it, I just think City's experience is probably going to take its toll, and they're probably going to find a way. But I'd love to be wrong. Let's see. Good morning from Chicago, Southside Gooner, hoping Man City lose. Big up the mods, big up Z. I don't even know how Z's a mod, I'll be honest. How is he a mod? He's just a mod because he's always here and he's frequent, but he is very annoying though. But I guess Iceman's a mod as well, so I don't really know what's going on. There's a whole heap of madness going on in that chat for me to be making the most annoying people mods, eh? Sky's annoying as... All my mods are actually... Not all of them. But some of my mods are actually the most annoying people in the comments. And I've made them all mods. So I guess I'm encouraging being annoying. If you annoy me enough and you're persistent and you're consistent, you will be a mod. Because it don't really make no sense that the guys that I look at in the chat that annoy me on a weekly basis, and I see mod symbols next to all of their names. I'm like, what am I doing? What kind of nonsense is this? It doesn't make any sense. It's actually ridiculous when you really think about it. Got a raise yesterday, going to the shop to buy milk. Fez. I did speak to Saeed, obviously, was it yesterday? I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing one, so I'll give him a ring when he starts, or if he has started. I'm sure he's preying on Man City's downfall. Nothing more shameless than Manchester City not picking up a trophy and Manchester United picking one up on Wednesday. I am buzzing. Of course, we're going to be doing the Europa League final watch-along here as well, so you don't have to ask. We will be there. And yeah, someone's funeral. It will be someone's funeral that day. I'm looking forward to it. Right. Let's actually just go through the lineups. Get your votes in the poll, because the poll is live. Obviously, Palace win or City win. Doesn't matter if it's normal time, extra time, penalties. I just want to know who you think is going to win the FA Cup final in any capacity, in any way possible. Right. So I'm going to have the game on this screen here when it is there. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, the only domestic league that is really still up for grabs in the top 5 is probably Serie A. Napoli versus Inter. I think Barca's done after the El Clasico win. PSG had that wrapped up weeks ago. Obviously, Liverpool wrapped up. What other country am I forgetting? Germany, Bayern Munich wrapped up. Is it just Serie A? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Just Serie A. And how is that going, actually? Let me take a look. Because if Conte actually... Listen, Napoli, if Conte actually manages to get that done, considering he lost Kvaratskhelia mid-season, lost Osimhen, obviously, in the summer, replaced him with Lukaku, which is pretty much an upgrade for someone like Conte, because when he's got Lukaku, he basically wins the league in Italy. Them two love each other. But to lose, Kvaratskhelia midway through the season, I think they didn't replace him, or maybe they replaced him, but with not a flashy big name, because I think they were even interested in Garnacho. They're 1 point clear of Inter Milan with 2 games to go. That is a madness from Conte once again. I saw in public press he was there complaining about resources and we're not going to be able to keep this up if I don't get investment. And he does the Conte thing. He's doing the Conte thing where he starts publicly going against his board to try and put pressure on them or whatever. But he's top of the league. He is top of the league. And this is a Napoli team that, if I am correct in saying, finished in 10th. Yeah, I thought 9th, but actually 10th last season. Scott McTominay's and Lukaku's Premier League misfits, big parts of that. So Conte is a proper winner, man. You've got to give the guy his respect. The guy does not play games when it comes to picking up titles. It's crazy. Philip Billing, a Serie A winner. Bro, Philip Billing from Bournemouth, bro. Scott McTominay. Lukaku, I'm not going to put in that category because Lukaku has mashed work in Italy before. But it's actually mad when you really think about it. The team is not full of stars. Conte just manages to get people playing for him. Mad achievement. I remember when we was looking at that first Napoli title in ages, when Osimhen obviously was MVP and leaded them with Kvaratskhelia, and now they're about to go and get a second in, 3 or 4 years? It's mad. It's very, very mad when you think about it. All right, let's go through those teams. Pretty much as you'd expect for Crystal Palace. I'm pretty sure that's their 3-4-3. Mitchell's playing wing-back. Walton, who had an incredible cup semi-final against Aston Villa, is playing in centre mid as expected. And really what we're all looking at is Sarr, Eze and Mateta potentially on the break in transition when City are in possession and potentially get caught. Those 3 could be devastating for Crystal Palace. Don't think the bench is too much there. Although obviously EC came from Millwall. He's quite the talent, 19 years old, I believe. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops at Palace. They're very good at spotting championship talent. But in terms of Nketiah, not the greatest of seasons, not much output from him. So the starting 11 is going to have to take care of business. I'm sure Palace don't want to be going to extra time and penalties with this one. City's bench is stronger. There's a lot more money on the bench. Foden on the bench. Grealish on the bench. So Savinho, Doku starts. Mamouche, Haaland start. De Bruyne, Silva. That pivot seems very problematic. That pivot seems very problematic. I don't really know where the legs are in that midfield for Man City. I actually need to double check that. I've not butchered this starting 11. Is that really what they're doing? It is. Bernardo Silva and Riley's going to tuck in and invert from left back, and then back three is Akanji, Diaz, and Vardiol. But even still, Adam Walton could be having some fun today, because off the ball, Man City could be cooked. O'Reilly's got a big job on his hands at left back, so I know he's young, and I think he's actually naturally meant to be an 8 or a 10 anyway. But he's got a big job on his hands today, man, because, yeah, that midfield is aging and old. So, yeah, good luck to that. On the ball, there's some big passes to be played to Haaland. Off the ball, I'd be very, very concerned. Mateta, yeah, he's going to be looking to kick corner flags down and whatnot, of course. So we'll be looking out for that. Sar Screamer coming. Listen, I would love nothing more than a Palace win. It's not every London club you have to hate. Not every London club you have to have an issue with. If we could have a Palace win in this game here today, I would be so happy for them and their fan base. They're very often, people say, the best fan base in England or the best fan base in the Premier League, if we're to be narrowing it down. Very, very noisy they're going to be at Wembley today. But I think Steve said that City have obviously sold out their Wembley final attendance, which is not really a surprise. I think all the big clubs supporters are going to be up for the final. But semi-final, he was saying, listen, and this is why he doesn't want it at Wembley. And to be honest, I understand it. I would also vouch for Wembley semi-finals being even at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, or if it's not that, Villa Park or Old Trafford, not Old Trafford because the roof is leaking. Stadiums that pass the health and welfare test. You know, any stadium really. But it's like this because money has to come through the door for Wembley. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm expecting the atmosphere from both teams to be on a madness. But yeah, Palace, this is going to be nuts for them. This is going to be nuts for them if they can get this done. O'Reilly inverting alongside Bernardo Silva. Yeah, so then De Bruyne, I'm guessing, will just push up into the 10 with Mamouche. I did make an interesting observation in my pinned comment, and you know, even to be added on by people on Twitter, which is good. Gave me an extra helping hand with some of my terminology, but the thought process still remains pretty much the same. Reece James and Cucurella were basically, you know, underlapping inside fullbacks for the goal. And one thing I've been saying is that Gusto stinks in the half spaces that Cucurella tries to occupy and box crash. Gusto stinks because he can't really seem to assess situations properly in the final third and actually play the right pass. And it's annoying. But Reece James is not Gusto. Reece James is a great shooter of the ball, as we saw when he hit the post. He's a great crosser of the ball, which we know and we've seen, and he's shown against Cucurella there, and he's a better passer. So yeah, I think if he can get his fitness up and he can actually handle the whole up and down situation from right side centre back all the way up to the edge of the box, then it's not the worst position in the world for him whatsoever. As long as he's not facing our goal in centre mid, having to scan and look around like Lavia, then I'm all for that, what we saw yesterday. Him playing in that back three and defending well. Did you see Gusto running? I saw people taking the piss out of it. Yeah, I did. I did see that indeed. Let's see. O'Reilly, yeah, we mentioned that. Red flag, F1 qualifying. Obviously, I'm not going to be watching that really too closely because of the game. Crossover. But I'll keep an eye on the race there tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's not really... I mean, tomorrow, everybody else is just playing their games, aren't they? But, yeah, there's nothing really of value for me there tomorrow. Maybe Nottingham Forest. That's about it. Crystal Palace 3, Man City 2. I'm praying for a Manchester City downfall today. I just think it would be nice to have a new winner, you know? It'd be nice to have a new winner. That's what we want at the end of the day. We want a parade. Man City are not going to have a parade for the FA Cup. But Crystal Palace will have a parade in South London. And to be honest, I might even go check it out. If they have the parade in South London, I'm probably gonna go have a little look-see. So for me, it's like I just want to see a new winner. I want to see people really appreciate the trophy. I'm not saying Man City fans don't, but you're maybe numb to winning now, which happens, human nature. You're numb to success. So I think for Palace, it means more. I hate to use the phrase, but it does mean more. And as long as it's not Spurs, I'm all for a team kind of getting that winning feeling and making the most out of it. Even though we don't like West Ham for obvious reasons, do you know what I mean? West Ham, when they won their Conference League, they had a massive parade in Stratford. I was like, do you know what? That's really nice for them, because if we win it against Real Betis, that's not going to happen. And rightly so. We're not going to have a massive parade. We're not going to do a madness. But West Ham did. Palace, Newcastle for the Carabao Cup. It is the season of the underdogs. It's the season of joy for the clubs that don't collect trophies. And I'd like to see that continue. So hopefully South London is in limbs today. Nothing should be wrong with the mic. Shouldn't have any issues. I was doing quite a few tests before this, so it should be okay. Bar Spurs, exactly. Bar Spurs, facts. Let's take a look at the poll. We got 62% for a pan. Are you guys voting with your heads, or are you voting with your hearts? And I'm asking genuinely, not because I don't believe you, but I just got to double check, because that is quite a big favoritism in Palace's favour. Is it heads or hearts? You can be honest here. We really thinking that's the case, or we just praying? We just trying to speak it into existence with lungs? Man said not even head or heart. Man said with lungs. Oh my days! Honestly, madness, absolute madness. Oh dear. All right, cool. Wait a second. There's no other games today. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Because it does feel weird on a Saturday, especially 4 o'clock, where usually we're an hour in. Well, yeah, we're just after half time, and we're coming up to the deciding time in the game for the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we ain't got absolutely nothing going on. Nothing going on. But I think the FA Cup deserves its own day. I do still think it's a bit weird that we're playing on before the season finishes. I do find that a bit strange, to be honest. I'm not really sure I like it. Obviously, there's fixture congestion in there, so I get it, but I'm not a massive fan of it, to be honest. Not a massive fan of it. Right. Okay. With guts, Bundesliga, yeah, other leagues, of course. FA Cup final should be the last game of the domestic campaign. I agree. I listen, when Steve was kind of having a monologue on Big Six about kind of the value of the FA Cup, I completely agree. I always say to Chelsea fans, just in case, and maybe international fans that are maybe not so closely connected to the FA Cup, I understand. But I try to always, let me just plug this in because I don't want there to be any sort of light dying while I'm streaming. I try to always remind people just how important the FA Cup is in particular. Carabao Cup, Carabao Cup is whether you're a serial winner or you're not, for me. If you just want to win everything at all times and you don't really kind of scrutinize anything that is going on Wikipedia and is going on final tallies, which is what I'm on violence. I'm trying to win everything at all times because it all counts. And if we can get more total trophies than rivals, I'm on it. I'm on the smoke. Some people don't really care about the Carabao Cup. You saw my reaction when we lost to Newcastle, right? I'm not here for dashing cups away. You never know how long it's going to be before you have gone 2, 3, 4 years without winning anything. And then you'll gladly take anything. So for me, it's just keep winning anything and everything because you don't know when you're not going to win anything. So Carabao Cup is kind of like you either want it or you don't. But for the FA Cup, I just feel like the heritage is there, man. The heritage and the history is there. It's the oldest cup competition in the world. I just feel like we need to keep that We need to keep that being a very serious, important competition. And obviously, if Wembley was just the final, that would help. But yeah, for me, it's important that we don't start to kind of undermine what the FA Cup is all about. For me, the coverage could definitely be better. Like he said, it could go on all day long. It could be better. It could definitely be better. But for me, FA Cup is massive. I just look back on the wins. Like when we beat Manchester United 1-0 in the FA Cup final, when we beat Everton 2-1, I think Louis Saha scored the fastest FA Cup goal or FA Cup final goal at the time. Lampard slapped in one in that yellow kit from 25, 30 yards, left foot, top corner. You know, these moments, when I was watching them as a kid, when I was a lot younger, seeing us on TV back then, going to a few Wembley finals now at this point, but just watching those matches, bro, that was right up there with the best there was to offer in football. You know, I feel when watching your team walk out at Wembley and pick up something is massive. So, and now we haven't done it in so long because we've just been getting our ass whooped every time we go there. Bro, I'll bite your hand off for a FA Cup next season, honestly. That's one of my main priorities, to be honest, is try and win the FA Cup next season. When was the last time Chelsea won a trophy? Club World Cup 2022 December, if I'm correct. World champions Thomas Tuchel. That's the last time we picked up something. It's not a bad trophy to pick up. Do you know what I mean? I think, but for me, we need more. And obviously, we're in the Club World Cup this summer. It's going to be difficult. I don't really know how the teams mentally are going to go into that, but you know, we're here. But Conference League is obviously mandatory, so... Was it... I don't think it was February. Was that not a Christmas thing? Or maybe it was February, actually. Maybe it was. No, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure 2022 was the year. So it must have been December. Let me know in the chat. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But I could have swore that was a December situation, that competition. February sounds a bit late. Was it February? But, Feb 2022. Okay, so I got the year right, but the month. That's weird, you know. Was that late for some sort of reason, that competition? Because usually that competition is meant to be in December. So that must have been late for a reason. There must have been something else going on. Will I be doing a watch-along for the Club World Cup? Yes, I will. Definitely in the group stages, I'll be doing watch-alongs. If I end up out there, it will probably be for semi-final and final if we get that far. But group stages, I'm definitely probably going to be here because I can't be going out there for the whole tournament. That's just crazy. And let's see what their ticket prices are saying, because they did kind of fumble the bag with the initial ticket prices for the Club World Cup. And then they learned quite quickly that people are not going to pay 800 quid for a ticket, and they've started to bring the tickets down. So Boxing Day sales almost, if you want to call it that, for the Club World Cup. So I'm going to just keep seeing if they keep dropping them ticket prices, or let's see how far we get. You know, if we get to the semi-final and the final, if we don't, then we'll be home early, and then that will be that. But I'm definitely going to do watch-alongs for the group stages. 100%, yeah. All right. So, let's see. Is Saeed TV doing it? He must be doing a watch along. Let me give him a... Hold on a second. Because I said I'd ring him, didn't I? Hold on a second. Yeah, he's doing it. All right. Of course he is. He's not going to miss this. Proper hate hinting. Same shirt? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Oh, what? Me and him? No, we're not. No. I don't know what you mean by that, brother. Oh, he's not picking up. Guys, he's not picking up. I don't think we're friends. Oh my God. He's rejected me. All right. I see how it is, fam. I see how it is, brother. One sec. Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. All right. It is what it is. At least I didn't blur out his number by accident. Because I remember last time... Did he put... This brother put himself in a Palace top. I remember last time, ages ago, I think it was last season, you guys might remember. I think I rang him, and then because he didn't pick up, his number just started playing out. I fucked up that day. Oh, my days. Oh. I really did mess up that day. But listen, it is what it is. We live and learn. Salty from our win. Yeah, do you know what? It's true, innit? I just clocked. But he said he doesn't even care like that. That's the thing. He said he doesn't even care like that. He said at the start, and they all said it. Flex rang me. I don't know if he was ringing me when he was streaming, but he rang me, and Flex said, yo, I don't care about this game. We don't need to win, right? There's no problems around here. We'll play a weak team. We don't need injuries, etc., etc., etc. And then... come the game now, all of this extra animosity and energy comes from these Man United fans. They always be doing the fake pumps. Saeed's ringing me now. Brother! I thought you weren't gonna chat to me because of yesterday, brother. I was worried. You're over it, yeah? You man are not still thinking about the game. New day, yeah? Are you in you're in your peak hating element here today, aren't you? Because you
This is peak hate one because you know what it is, bro? Steve's been having
Steve.
the blanket off this game, you know?
Yep.
And he's been getting away with a lot of cooking this season, you know? And I feel like for me, you know, if he were to lose this, what is he gonna say? We'll dust ourselves off. Nah, mate, you can't dust yourselves off.
Take that one on the chin, mate.
Yeah, you can't take that one on the chin. Mate. Nah, mate, we're not having that. We need to take some trophies, mate.
Bro, if he wins, it's 100% gonna be a. Can you still hear me? Yeah. Okay. If he wins, it's 100% gonna be a situation where it's like, oh, we'll take that one on the chin. We love the Palace fans. We're very grateful, etc., etc. You know what I mean? We're very grateful for the situation. It happens. Everyone can have a bad day at Wembley. Yada yada yada.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. And this is why I'm like, yo, I need to see Crystal Palace win. But then I'm also like, if Crystal Palace win, that means it could be the year of underdog, and that makes me a little bit nervous as well. It's a catch-22, I can't lie. If Palace win, I start to think, yo, man, is Wednesday night gonna be Tottenham's night? But then I'm like, you know what? I'll let that day come when it does, man. Because boy, we need to see Palace, man, who I think deserve a trophy, man.
Of course.
These smaller teams win a trophy, bro. Because them, man, I just hate existing, bro.
Do you know what it is with Palace as well? I think their recruitment has been really, really good. Like, the way that they've gone to, like, LaCroix was a really highly rated young centre-back at Wolfsburg when he was, like, a teenager. They've managed to get him. Mark Gurhey was a very astute signing when they brought him in from Chelsea, I believe. Loads of championship players coming in through that club. Lots of young players. Like, they just deserve it. Good manager they brought in as well, who's won something before. Yeah, so I just feel like, yeah, they just they just deserve some sort of appreciation for this, for what they've done. Give them a medal.
Give it, bro. And Glasnow's got a history of winning trophies, man. Glasnow. They got Northside for the raid. But yeah, no, it's honestly, bro. Like Glasnow, bro, he's won the Europa League, bro. Like, and I'm not lying to you. It would put Amrin to shame because that 3-4-3, if he gets the better out of this Pep Guardiola, then all of a sudden the 3-4-3 ain't the problem. Implementation. Because Palace, yeah, I would take some of their attackers, don't get me wrong, but the way they implement their system, they're very good at it, man. I like it. I can't lie to you. The way they play their 3-4-3 is very good.
I just feel like as well, like they've got some quality up front. This is a Palace team, like you said, without Elise, without who else did they lose? Obviously Zaha a couple years ago. They've lost some big attackers.
They lost Anderson.
Yeah, centre back. Yeah.
They lost Anderson, and yeah, man, Abirochi, man, like they lost. But losing Elise alone is a madness, bro. It's like for them. I'll be honest, it's like Liverpool loses Salah.
Yeah.
Top player for them, bro.
Bro, I said last season, and I think even the season maybe before, but Elise, bro, he is gonna be one of the best players. I'm kind of annoyed he went to Bayern Munich because I feel like him going to Bayern Munich almost he goes under the radar now. When he puts up statistics, people just be like, "Oh, it's just the Bundesliga." Bro, he could have played. He could have gone and played right wing for Real Madrid. That's how good he is.
Facts. By the way, it's Twitter down.
I don't know actually. I haven't been on Twitter. Let me check.
Twitter down, by the way.
Let me check.
Twitter's down.
Let me.
Twitter's down, people, man. I'm trying to search up the Elise goal. They're doing zero coverage for Palace. I know. It's very, very biased what I'm seeing now from this BBC. I'll be real with you. Joke. But you know what though? Walton though, man. Walton.
He's the guy. Bro, that Man City midfield today is literally it's literally obviously O'Reilly inverting, but it's just De Bruyne and Bernardo physically off the ball, bro. It's not great. Do you know what I mean? It's not great. Why is this Gonzalez brother not playing it? Man City fans in our chats, why is Gonzalez not playing games?
Bro, this Gonzalez, man, they hyped him up, bro.
I didn't know him before he got there, but Gonzalez is signed January, big decent amount of money. Where's the game time? What's going on?
Brother, they hyped up this Gonzalez, bro. They hyped him up, bro. You get me? That man said to say, baby Rodri, get out of here, man. But City are allowed to have flops, though.
What are you saying? Hey? What are you saying? They're not getting enough criticism for...
Bro, they don't, man. Don't crew. Look at all these players that they've...
But do you know why? Do you want me to be fair? Do you know why they can get away with a few flops? Because they win. They win stuff.
They win, I know they win.
They win stuff, brother. When you win stuff, you get to have a couple of flops in your side.
Yeah.
You do.
True.
You do.
But it also means that they're spending their way through. I get it. Listen, Guardiola is a phenomenal coach, yeah? But that ability to just have that blank check, it helps, though.
I hear it, but you know what? Like, they're spending in comparison to, say, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal. It's not that mad recently. In the recent years, they've not... Like, Man City don't buy, like... Outside of Grealish, which was 100 million, and that was mad, because look what he's done. They don't, like, buy loads of high price point players. Like, not any more than anyone else. Do you know what I mean?
Grealish was probably their highest.
Yeah, Grealish was the transfer record fee. Even Haaland wasn't like crazy money. Whereas like you got Højlund, Anthony. I've got Enzo, Caicedo, Mudryk. Arsenal have got Rice. You know what I mean? So people, in comparison to others, it's not that mad.
Yeah. But the thing is though, my thing is that when they have that tough period after Pep Guardiola, that's when you're gonna start to see it get recognised. I'm telling you now. Once Guardiola leaves here, that comfort blanket of like knowing that Guardiola's got it. Look at Steve though. Steve, yeah, fair play to him. Listen, he's seen everything. Cool. He's been from the bottom up, yeah. But he has that comfort blanket of Guardiola's got this, and he's right.
Yeah.
He does have it because he's the greatest
You got to trust Pep. That's what he says.
On BBC. I just seen Steve now on BBC.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, man. Guys, I don't know if you've not seen this now. But they were doing that little advert for BBC.
Oh yeah. I saw him post it on Instagram.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them where, you know, once that comfort blanket goes of Guardiola, we then see, let's say, who do they go and get? Let's say, for example, they go and hire, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a manager they could possibly go and hire. Who's similar to Guardiola right now?
Nobody. Like, there's obviously all these young up and coming kind of managers, but none of them are Pep.
They'd go and get. I'm trying to think, who would they go and get after Guardiola?
It would probably have to be like a Xabi Alonso is probably someone they would have actually looked at if he was leaving this summer. Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe like someone like that. Vincent Kompany, he's not ready. He's not ready for me.
Or Nagelsmann, you know.
Maybe.
De Zerbi, they could go get De Zerbi.
Nah, they are not gonna go anywhere near De Zerbi. Nowhere near. They're not going anywhere near De Zerbi, bro. No chance. No chance.
Girona manager is thinking it out, mate. I don't know if you've seen Girona manager right now.
No chance they're going near De Zerbi.
People saying Amarin. Hey, yo.
They're not going. Carlo Ancelotti's done. He's going to Brazil.
At the start, I can't lie.
Huh?
There was members of Amarin at the start, you know. But obviously they didn't go there, did they?
After what he just did. After what he's been doing this season. Not a chance.
Bro, maybe Fabregas.
There's not really any history between Fabregas and City, though. That's the only thing. Like, Fabregas, if anything, made more sense at Chelsea or Arsenal next. No. I'd say you do Como, depending on how far you get them. Then, like, I think he just turned down the Bayer Leverkusen job, actually, didn't he? Fabregas. So, he's definitely got his head screwed on. Yeah.
That tifo, man, this is how you do it, bro. Tifo there. I'm telling you, man, tifo's now, I'm telling you.
Everybody's on Tifo watch now.
Everyone's on tifo watch. Oi, I can't lie, man. Thiago Motta and Xavi,
No, not Xavi. No. I don't think Xavi will manage in England.
Yeah.
He won't. I don't think he'll manage in England. He's like Zidane for me. He won't manage in England.
That's the FA Cup, man. There we go. The pride of the FA Cup, man.
How much does this competition mean to you, Saeed? Because some people try to dismiss it and undermine it. You won it last year.
I love the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup, man. FA Cup. That's the sort of trophy I want to win every year.
Yeah.
I don't care. The Carabao Cup, I kind of get bored of it. You know what I mean? But
So, all right. So remember when they said on the watch along. So if you had 8 FA Cups for one Champions League, you take the 8 FA Cups, yeah?
still, no. I still wouldn't.
Really? You would? You just said how much it means to you, and then you just.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's like, bro, Champions League, bro, man.
I know.
One time.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll take the 8 FA Cups. You know.
What over that one Champions League? Yo, what's with the Eze, man? Always drinking
Yeah.
before the game.
I think FA Cup for me, 8 FA Cups, I'll take it over one champs.
Chat, man. We say one.
Let me know in the chat, yeah. 8 FA Cups, that's a lot of cups, bro. Like, I'm trying to get my tally up, bro.
Yeah, but then it's like you never see the Champions League, though.
I have, though. Twice.
We've got to do it from a point of view that you don't see the Champions League.
Oh, right. I hear it. Okay, yeah, I get you now. I get you. Yeah. So, like, you've won nothing.
So I'm taking that one Champions League. 'Cause I'm like, yo, that night, and that for me, that feeling of that one night is just, it's a lot, bro. Then you've got the whole, what you call it, Champions League parade.
Yeah.
You know, then you know what I'm saying to you, like, you got the whole feeling, Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Like, you know, first the FA Cup that you're not gonna have a parade.
And do you know what as well? Some chats reminded me. Now, obviously, this is not relevant because we're meant to be starting from 0. But if we get one more Champions League, we're level with you on Champions Leagues. 3 each.
Yo, big up to my man Williams. Yeah, true. Yeah. That's why I'm worried as well, you know. I'll be real with you. Like, if Chelsea get to the Champions League next year, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying you're dark horse Chelsea's here, but bro, I can see Chelsea going far.
I would love to see the same thing.
They are a team that I can see going far. Because I just feel like you're kind of suited to that, maybe that sort of football.
Ah,
You know?
yeah, I'd shed a lot of tears if we won Champions League next year.
Bro, and that for me would be crazy, bro.
Bro.
Imagine that Liverpool catches up in terms of titles.
We catch you up in terms of champs.
Champions League.
Yeah, that's mad.
Feel right, man.
That's
Don't
mad.
feel right, I swear that.
That's beautiful.
Don't feel right. It don't feel right, man.
It feels perfect. That feels fantastic. What are you talking about?
It don't feel right, man.
Nah, I think that feels fantastic, brother.
It don't feel right, man.
I disagree. I think that feels fantastic.
If John Terry didn't slip.
Bro, do you know what, yeah? Terry slipping is not even my biggest problem. If Drogba didn't get sent off, he would have taken Terry's penalty and he would have scored it. That's what a lot of people forget. The only reason why Terry was taking that penalty is because Drogba slipped. And then Anelka, the other striker, is the one that actually missed the penalty that ended it all.
Anelka, yeah.
Oh. But obviously, if Terry scored, we would have won it. Bro, when Terry slipped and missed that penalty, I was honestly, I started welling up. Welling up.
Bro, that night, oh my days.
That night was so exhausting, bro.
Right now, it's sad, bro. 6 weeks, bro. You get me? Look at this, bro. Our club is falling, man.
Imagine me and you in the Champions League final next year.
That would be sensational. Bro. Yo, man. That would be throwback.
Oh, man, that would be so good, man. Can you imagine, like, oh, God.
I don't.
Like, look how much noise is being made for a Tottenham Man United Europa League final. Imagine a Chelsea Man United Champions League final with social media. Oh, my God. Because we already had it back in the day. In person back in the day, it was mad. But we didn't have social media like it is now.
Yeah, true. 100%, bro. You mad?
Oh,
All English final would be crazy.
oh.
Like an all English final.
Arsenal v Man United Champions League final.
Yeah. Or anything like that. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, that would be absolutely exceptional. You know what I mean? But I just think for me, these Barcelonas and Real Madrid are not going to let it happen, man. They're going to come back next year even better. Like these teams that didn't, like Bayern Munich and all these teams, they're coming back. They're coming back.
I hear you. But we also need to come back. That's why we will need to be making proper signings this summer.
Bro, proper, man. Real Madrid have already done 2 already.
Yeah. Bro, Real Madrid are not playing about, bro. You see the way they're moving. They already signed 2 players. It's not...
Florence Wirtz as well. I got Wayne Rooney saying, yo, we should bring back David De Gea. What's going on? It's crazy.
Did he actually say that? He said you should bring back David De Gea.
Yeah. I'd probably sign De Gea. Man United have missed him, and I think he could do still fit. So I'm saying, bro.
Is he all right in the head?
Backwards.
Is he okay?
He's not okay, man. Peak out here, man.
Nah, you're being serious. Where's this? Where did he say this?
He said it on Amazon Prime.
He said you should bring back De Gea. Where's his ambition?
Yeah. He said it on Amazon Prime.
Where is his ambition?
I don't know, man. Can't lie.
That is wild, you know. That is wild. Wayne Rooney, chat. Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney, man. Wayne Rooney. Oh, man.
Wow.
Crazy. It's crazy to done
Yeah, you man. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a long way back to the top. It's gonna be a long way back to the top because you man ain't got money like that.
They ain't got money like that, and we're always looking towards like the past. That's our problem. Look at Wembley's looking beautiful, man.
And it's sunny as well. That's the thing.
Top 10 like stadiums in the world, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
Wembley, you can't defeat Wembley.
I'm almost nervous for Palace a bit. Are you?
No, I think they'll relish it, man. I think they're gonna relish this. I'll be honest with you. I think they'll relish this. I think Steve Midfield.
I don't know why. I feel something with this, you know. I don't know why I'm feeling something for this game. Yo, kind of look at that, bro. I'm watching all the Palace flags. Look at that. Look at their end.
We like it.
Bro, look at Palace's end. Yo. What's this guy doing?
Come on, man.
No, man, look at the Palace's end, bro. Look at the flags.
Palace's end, bro. They're excited, bro.
Oh my
It's not
God.
like when teams they visit the stadium.
Wow. I feel something for them right now. I really want them to do it, you know. Shit.
Won't play in any European competition
Who?
for the first time next season. RB Leipzig.
Oh.
It might be a good time to raid RB Leipzig.
Raid RB Leipzig. Who they got?
They got Simons. They got
Oh yeah, Simons, yeah.
Sesko. They got a couple of decent players, you know.
Well, Sesko was gonna go anyway, wasn't he? Sesko was meant to be going anyway. Yeah, Sesko was meant to be going anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel something for this.
Bro, I'm telling you.
And the sun is shining as well.
The sun is shining.
Now I know why you got out of London so quick. Man said, I'm not staying here.
Bro, I had to, man. The City fans were there, bro. They were ready. I got off early, man.
What time was your train today?
I got on the 10:15 train.
Yeah, man was out of there.
You don't actually know what it's 9:53 because the 10:15 one got delayed.
Fairs.
So I was out.
Bro said, I'm gone.
I was gone, man. I was gone.
Gone ski.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro said, I'm gone ski.
Man's gone ski.
You won't catch me out here lacking.
No lacking, mate. I'm out.
Oh, damn. Right, I'll let you go, brother, just in case our times ain't synced. But I'll chat to you later, brother.
Yeah. Big up, bro.
Big up, man. Come on the Palace.
Go on the Palace. Come on.
Love. Well, there's already someone down. Let me just sync up my time because it might be... I mean, it's not that bad. I think my time's like 5 seconds off. So let me just sync it up a bit more. I can't... Do you know what, yeah? I don't know why. I kind of feel something now. For Palace, I kind of... Like, obviously, I want Palace to win. But, like, really, this don't really affect my day-to-day life. Do you know what I'm saying? But now, I'm kind of like, yo... I'm kind of... After seeing their fans in their side of the ground, I just got a little something now. I feel a little bit emotional. I feel something for Palace. I feel like, you know what? I really want them. I really, really, really want them to do it. I do. I think it's just seeing that many people potentially be like, because you hear all the stories. I've never watched my team win anything. There'll be 60-year-olds in that ground who have never seen their team win anything. And today is like, obviously they had the final a couple years ago. Well, not a couple years ago, but many years ago. And that was another time for them to potentially do it. But you know what I mean? Like this is the Champions League final for them. And I think when you recognize that it is a Champions League final for a Palace at an FA Cup, and you know what that means, and you know how it feels when you're in that position of, it's kind of like everything, your whole life is on the line. You just want the best for them, innit? Unless it's an op, you kind of just want the best for them. So, yeah, man. It's big. It's very big. Right, I think I actually got some super chats in that I've got to go through. Here's Vardio. So, Man City are in possession. Big up, Mad. Do we make Champions League football on the last day? I said hesitantly on the. Who asked me? Where did I was asked this now? I think it was Big Six. I don't know. Yeah, I was asked a question, and I hesitantly said yes. But you know, I'm very concerned about Forest away because obviously when I did Mystic Ma, I had that down as a draw. So I'm going to say yes to you, but I'm also going to tell you that I'm very nervous. I'm very concerned. This is not a confident yes. This is not a don't worry about it yes. This is a I'm shitting my pants yes, okay? So just to let you know, just in case you think that I'm confident, I'm very much bricking this. I'm bricking it. Because I just know it's going to be a long day. Like, I know we're not going to go to Forest and batter them. So therefore, it's going to be a very tight game. It's going to be a long day for my blood pressure. That's basically what I'm saying. City worst season in an FA Cup final chat. Chelsea, best season in 3 years. No league cup final, FA Cup final. Barca won the league with kids. And you blame our SD. Brother. I don't even know what to say to you, Assad, anymore. I really don't. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you anymore. Man City in possession. You do worry me a lot. You worry me a lot, Assad. Guy will be back for the next game. He might be, but I think he'll be on the bench at best. The only other change you can make is maybe go Neto up front and put George on the bench and start Sancho. But I wouldn't be starting Guy against Forest from the jump. Unless he's like super duper available. Like he's full match training, super duper available, etc. Because remember, Club World Cup, we need a striker for that. I don't know if we're going to have a striker signed before that, or maybe it will be Guy. But you don't want Guy to get another injury because you rushed him. I know Champions League is more important than Club World Cup, but yeah, I don't want Guy to just get re-injured because we had to do a madness. So where's LB? I'm guessing LB's at the game, bro. He's a Man City fan. He's going to be at the FA Cup final. I don't know where LB is. So Vardy's on the ball, left side. Man City, we expect them to have the majority of the possession. Back three, as we spoke about, with O'Reilly kind of coming into the midfield. Bernardo Silva is like your kind of regista, I will call him, because he's not a DM. De Bruyne, big ball in. Haaland! Oh, what a save from Henderson. Massive save from Henderson. Great. And that is what the De Bruyne specialty is all about. That cross into Haaland, back post, long limbs, long legs. And this is kind of like what was the kind of big 180 turning point with me and Osimhen is the kind of striker that reaches those crosses. You see those long legs from Haaland, those long limbs, the ability to get on the end of that cross, even though it's not inch perfect on his forehead, on his left foot. Because he's got such a frame, he's able to get on the end of that. And that's something that, say, an Osimhen kind of brings to the table for any club that needs a striker. You can kind of whip in those crosses and he can get on the end of them. Ball comes in, put out. So you've kind of got like O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne in like in a line of three in front of the back three. And then we'll say it's a four of Mamouche running off Haaland. And then you've got the two wide players as well. So you're kind of playing like a 3-3-4 or 3-4-3. No, a 3-3-4. Let's keep it to a 3-3-4. That's easiest to digest. Is that a corner? Henderson, did he keep that in? That's a corner. He didn't keep that in. Frimpong to Liverpool. Here we go. Confirmed by Fabrizio. Clubs are making moves, ladies and gentlemen. Clubs are making signings. De Bruyne. So, yeah, clubs are making signings and they're signing grown-ass men with grown-ass capabilities and attributes. Don't say I didn't warn you, Chelsea fans. I said it in my video. 5 signings to make us a serious club. It's out there. Some controversial shout at centre-back. You will not have heard the take before, and you will not be expecting it, because even I was shocked when I came to the conclusion myself. When I was going through all the centre-backs in Europe, and I was really just trying to, like, because I had like a tick list. So there was like certain attributes that I wanted in centre-backs: ball playing, aggression, leadership, experience, etc. And I was just going through the checklist, and there was like bare centre-backs, and then they had to be realistic. So I was going through the checklist, and there was bare centre-backs were like ticking like some boxes, not all boxes. And then when I got to him, I was able to tick all boxes. And then on top of that, he's played in a high line, which we will also play at times with Fofana. So I said, rated. I said, yo, you might not like the shout, but he ticked a lot of the boxes. There's still some boxes he didn't tick, obviously. But I'm not trying to give it away if you haven't seen the video. So there are people in the comments like, yo, I just stopped watching when I heard that shout. And then some people were like, actually, I carried on watching because I actually liked the shout. So very controversial. You don't have to agree. In fact, I'd be very shocked if everybody agreed. So that's the whole point of it being controversial. Why did they stop doing watch-alongs? I don't know. Budget, maybe. Maybe budget. Cost a lot to get, you know, all them people that represented all them clubs, etc. for every single game, etc. So, but I'm not the guy to ask those questions because I'm not in the know like that. You know what I mean? That's not my forte. If you ask me that about Big Six, that's not a problem. I can give you answers. But I'm not in charge of DR production. You have to ask Robbie. You have to ask Robbie them questions there. Here's O'Reilly. O'Reilly's kind of smooth with it, innit? I think we were even linked with O'Reilly as well. That's so funny. We were linked with O'Reilly. Was it in January, chat? We get linked with so many players, I'd just be often forgetting who. But we were linked with O'Reilly as well. But yeah, O'Reilly, Oscar Bob. Who else is there? Obviously, Rico Lewis, whose stock's kind of plummeted a little bit, but he's still there. So, yeah, interesting to see these additions next season. When they're like maybe fully fleshed starters or fully fit, if it's Oscar Bob. Bremer at Juventus wasn't good enough on the ball for me personally from what I watched of him and what I researched about him. I just don't think he's good enough on the ball. And we are needing our centre-backs to be punching passes in between the lines. Good save from Henderson. Good save from Henderson. Palace having to rely on their goalkeeper in the early stages. Man City started the stronger team. First 11 minutes gone. Looking good, looking strong. You just got to ride the wave. Right. Here's a Kanji. Vardio. Doku. Punching passes. Yeah, bro, because the passes have to punch, bro. You know what I mean when I say punching passes, brother? You know what I'm saying? Fruit punching passes, brother. They got to be potent. You know what I mean? They got to be potent passes. Can't be no fluffy nonsense. Got to be breaking lines. The Palace fans are going to sing from minute 0 to minute 90. There's no doubt about that. Every time they pan to their fans, it's going to be an atmosphere. They don't give a shit what's going on the pitch. They're not even facing the pitch, some of them. Some of them are shirtless, just doing this. And that's, you know, you got to love it. You got to love it. Them man are not messing around today. They are not going to come out of this game feeling like they didn't do enough as a fan base to push their team over the line. They are going to make sure that their side of the stadium has an atmosphere that, you know, represents the 12th man kind of ideology. Obviously, Man City, they'll have their patches and their waves. Ball comes in, headed wide. But I don't expect City fans are going to be singing like the Palace fans for the full 90 like that. It'll be very difficult to keep up with them. Very difficult to keep up with them. Another corner. And, you know, at the moment, Palace are just surviving. You know what I mean? They're surviving. They're not thriving. They're surviving. But if you can survive the first 15, 20, maybe then you grow in. Most teams grow into the game. And that's what Palace will be aiming to do. And then once they grow into the game and they get Adam Walton on the ball and they can start causing their own problems, they have to hope that City kind of run out of steam a little bit. Because right now they're just all over them. Especially with that midfield as well being probably an average age of about 45 years old. Actually, no, that's generous. It needs to be more than that. Combined, not average, combined age of about 50 years old. 60 years old. Actually, no, sorry. What am I doing, man? My maths is disgusting. Combined age of like 70 years old. 68 years old, actually, is what I meant to say. Average age, yeah. I don't know how old Silva is. I think he's 33. And I think De Bruyne maybe 34, 35. I'm not sure. So, Savinho is so predictable. He's going to come in on his left. He's going to come in on his left for sure. Most left footers are very one-footed. Like, when you're a left-footed player growing up, you're treated as a unicorn. Even when I used to play Sunday League, I used to use my left foot a little bit in training because they had me at left wing and then I played a bit of left back as well. So because I used my left foot a little bit, I was immediately playing on the left side of the pitch. Immediately. Like, all I had to do in training was play a couple of passes with my left and not be so angle biased that every single time I received the ball, I always go to my right. Like most kids at that age. As soon as I play the pass with my left, yep, you're playing left. You're playing left. You're playing left back or you're playing left mid in a 4-4-2. And I was like, rah. Because last time I checked, my weaker foot is shit. Here's Mateta. Right side. Palace coming forward. Right side. Cut back. In the box. Clear. Oh! Eze! 15 minutes! 1-0 to Crystal Palace. They have not got past the halfway line one time today. And the first time they do, they find a way to make it count. Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. Eze, who has been on hot form, has found a goal in the first 15 minutes. This man had a release clause last summer of 60 million and not a single club said a word. He said, yo, you gon' regret that. You gon' regret that. All starts with Mateta. Look at the hold-up play. Look at the physicality. Any big club, sorry Palace fans, I'm selling your players as I'm speaking. Mateta, 1 year left on his contract. Mateta, real serious centre-forward play. It's a great finish from Eze as well. But that is proper centre-forward play from Mateta. Involved in the goal, holding up the ball, bringing others into play. He is a proper good striker. He should, if he carries on doing what he's doing, go to the World Cup with France next summer. Wow. 1-0. 1-0 to Crystal Palace, man. I'm actually so happy for them. I really do hope they win this game. Genuinely. I mean that. I really do hope they win this game, man. What a start for Crystal Palace. Like I said, they've not had a chance. But that's all they need. That's all they need is those big counterattacks, those massive transitions. They don't need the football today. They don't need the possession. They just need to counter and be clinical. And that's what they did. That's That's massive. First goal. They needed to get the first goal because, you know, if City get it, maybe heads go down, that will give them all the encouragement in the world to keep on going. Wow. Wembley's rocking. Palace fans. Going crazy. Yeah, listen. Eze said, listen, I told you. Eze said, listen, I told you. 60 million release clause. Nobody said nothing, yeah? Okay. March to May. Eze. That's what he likes. He likes those months. Sun's out. Sun's out. Wow, the stadium's bouncing, man. I can literally almost feel the atmosphere through the screen. It's crazy. O'Reilly. Mamouche is trying to get a shot off blocked. We need a second one. Listen, they need as many goals as they can get. But if Mateta hasn't signed a new contract with a year left, yeah, Palace would worry about that. And I'm sure they're probably already making plans for a replacement because he could do a job. I mean, he could do a very, very good job for a lot of big teams. He's a better striker than anybody on Arsenal's books, anybody on Chelsea's books, anybody on Manchester United's books. It's crazy. You know, it's absolutely insane. He's a better striker than Diaz, because Diaz is meant to be a winger. And Jota's injury prone. So Mateta starts for a lot of top 6 clubs. It's crazy, but that's the reality. The guy is a very good player. Here's Eze. Eze. Oh, they haven't got it clear, Man City. Eze clips it. Eze's in his flow state, guys. Oh, what a save. What a save for Ortega. Whoa, almost 2-0. Eze's in his flow state. Eze's playing off the cuff. Eze's playing with a confidence. Anytime he gets the ball, he's strutting his stuff. He's showing why he was Elise's, tag team partner for Palace last season. This is Eze at his very best. Up the Eagles, indeed. I wish I had an eagle in this room. I wish, and this was kind of, it's not, I can't do it because I've already contacted the zoo and they don't let you borrow an eagle and let them fly in your basement. But if I had an eagle just constantly flying in this room right now, that would be sick. You know what I'm saying? If I had an eagle in here just constantly fly, they'd probably fly into the camera and mash up everything. That's a problem as well. And in the light. But bruh, that would be vibes, That would be serious vibes. Oh. Maybe if I had a trained eagle that I could kind of just have here on my arm. That would work. To be fair, that would work. And I'd do it as well. I'd do it. Whew. 20 minutes gone. Why not play your damn DM? Make the studio blue and red. It is a bit blue, but I could make it bluer, to be fair. Yeah, let me make it blue, actually, because why am I even giving Man City any airtime with the light, with their shade of blue? I should go full Crystal Palace mode, fam. City in possession with Doku. I don't know what light that is. Yeah, I think we're good now, guys. We're good, chat. We're good. Yeah, we've gone full Palace mode. We've gone full Palace mode on the lights. 21 minutes gone. Palace. They've got to have a masterclass defensively today. They've got to have a masterclass defensively. Absolute masterclass. They cannot make mistakes. They cannot let Hairline into this game. Shit, I'm going to get my Red Bull. 1 second, chat. Just outside the door. Oh, the nerves. $22 minutes gone, chat. $22 minutes gone, chat. I'm actually kind of nervous, It don't really make any sense. Is anybody else that's a bit nervous for Palace? Or is it just me? Is there something wrong with me? Or do you guys understand where I'm coming from? But I'm actually genuinely watching this with real nerves for Palace. I feel like it's like they're my team today. I don't know. You're cool? Oh, that handball outside the area. Did he touch it though, Henderson? He did. Is that a red card? Oh my God, why have you done that? Why have you touched that? Why have you risked it? What have you done? Because surely you know that that's too close for comfort. And VAR check is there as well. Are they going to VAR check that? Why would you do that? Why would you not just go with your foot? Or just let it run a little bit longer and then try and get it? Or just shield your goal? Why have you done that? Is that a red card? Oh, fucking hell, man. If this is a red card, man. He's literally handballed it outside his area, guys. I don't know if, like, I'm pretty sure that's a red card. In my book. Oh, no, don't ruin this final, man. Who's off to, obviously he's gonna have to go letter of the law. But I'm just like, as a fan, please do not ruin this final. As a fan of the beautiful game, we are also happy for Palace right now, excited for Palace. Do not ruin this. I beg. I'm actually. Are we good? Are we clear? No red. He's so lucky. Cleared. Mateta. This ref hates City. One sec. Ref, I don't know. "26 minutes gone. Go on. "27 minutes gone. Stay focused, bro. They got to lock in, bro. They got to lock in like their lives depend on it, because it does. They got to lock in. This is it. Every minute they're counting down. Every minute they got to be counting down. People saying clear red. It's definitely a red, but City deserve it. Mad. Jesus. Yeah, they need a second goal, man. 27 minutes gone. Definitely need a second goal. Bernardo Silva. Hopefully City just get frustrated as well. Just looking at this goal again. That finish from Eze is so good, man. Because it's coming at him. And he's just got to connect with that perfectly as well. Inside of his right foot. And he does. Sends it past Ortega. Really, really good finish. Henderson. Just going to clear. Headed away. 15 minutes to half time, guys. It's a really good goal. It's a really good goal in an FA Cup final that we've got there. Here's O'Reilly. The stress. I'm stressed for Palace. Because now, do you know what it is? They've given us all hope that they could actually do it. So now that they've taken the lead, I'm even more worried for them. Because I'm like, yo, you man could actually win this. You man are 60 minutes away from an FA Cup win. Oh, Vardy on and he slipped. Here's O'Reilly. Doku on the left. Doku on the left. Cutting in. Doku. Oh my God, O'Reilly. Oh, get that clear. Get that. Richards, fucking clear it, man. What's this guy doing? Richards is just, oh my days. He had one chance to just get it clear and he's out here turning, trying to go back to his keeper, all sorts of madness. He couldn't be any more closer to his goal. I don't know how he's staying calm in the box like that. I would have just whacked that away clear. Man's crazy. Mark Gurhey, he's crazy for that. Can't believe what he was doing. One sec, guys. Let me just sort out my camera a little bit. Little production thing right there. 1 second. You still hear me, though, when I got black screen? Let me know if you can still hear me. You should be able to still hear me. Just give me 2 seconds. Welcome to the darkness. Yeah, you can, innit? Yeah. Welcome to the darkness. This is now skullduggery coming in here to fix some shit. Oh, I don't want anyone to see my face. I don't want anyone to see what I look like, guys. Oh. Here's Palace. Palace defending. Come on, Doku. Come on. Give the ball away. Give us another counter, people. Give us one more counter. Oh, my days, have clipped it in Hairline. Header, cleared. Whoa. Listen, that Hairline cross to the back post is my biggest worry. That's my biggest concern right now. That's my biggest concern. As long as they can mark Hairline, and obviously Mamouche there as well for those drop ball. Oh my God. Why is the chat saying pen? Why are you in the... Oh, no. Don't dive in. Don't... Oh! Fuck. Oh, let me just give you what I look like whilst I'm pissed. No! Who's done that? Is that Mark Gurhey? Is that Mark Gurhey doing that? Oh, has he got the ball? Oh, not Mark Gurhey, please, of all people. Of all people, there's no way. No, it's not even Mark Gurhey. It's Mitchell. Okay, this is mad. It's a dive. People are saying it's a dive. VAR. 33 minutes gone. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it a dive? I need a VAR check. Haaland's holding the ball like as if he's got a pen. Some people are saying it's a pen. Okay, Bernardo. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure about that one. Let's get another look. Mitchell. That's a pen. That might be a pen. See, the thing is, Bernardo's going down. So Bernardo knows he's not getting to the ball. So he is falling. But then Mitchell doesn't get the ball. So, is it a pen? I don't know. It's referee's discretion. Referee's discretion. Yeah, there he is. The ghost of skullfuggery. Oh dear. It's a pen. Oh, fuck's sake. He's gonna take a pen. Don't slide in the box. Facts. It's the one thing you're taught. Why are you doing that at Wembley? Why can't you just stand up and it's not even like the player, Bernardo Silva's on his favoured foot. He's not on his stronger foot. You, Mitchell, should know that. You're an experienced defender in this league. He's not on his favoured foot. He's on his right foot and he's going away from goal. Why can't you just stand up and just shepherd him out? Or force him to pass back? Why would you dive in there? It's just ludicrous. You've given the referee something to think about. Mamouche with the penalty. Oh, yes! What save? Yeah! Henderson! Come on! Go on, Henderson! Oh, my days. He's just saved Mitchell's arse. Oh, my days. I was getting ready to change the scoreline. He's just saved Mitchell. He's saved him. He's saved him. Oh, my days. Oh, my days, chat. He's saved him. Wow. Perfect save from Henderson. Palace remain 1-0 up. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Why did Haaland not take it? Is that Man City's new penalty taker? Because I thought Haaland usually would just be on the pens. No? There were so many other people that could have taken it. You got Haaland. You got De Bruyne. Oh, that's an inquest. That's an inquest. If you're a Man City fan and you lose this game, you're thinking, yo, did it have to be him? Obviously, he's a good striker of the ball, but there were so many other people that could have took it. Oh, my days. Ball in. Oh, headed away. I can't believe Mitchell's done that, though. He's so lucky he's got away with that. Go on, Palace. Go on. Go on. Doku's too quick, man. Doku's too quick. Look at the way he just got back there. Oh, shit. He's got it off him. Oh. Does he miss pens, Haaland, to be fair? Okay. That is a huge save. That is a huge save. Absolutely huge. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. That was mad. That was mad. I would have been so angry with Mitchell, man, because there's just no need to do that. No need. I understand giving away a penalty if you're like the striker's about to shoot and you don't trust your keeper 1v1 or whatever. You probably get sent off, then goal scoring opportunity. And it's the 90th minute and you're trying to deny a goal scoring opportunity. I don't know. But come on, man. Doing it then is crazy. So lucky his goalkeeper got him out of jail. Here's Doku. Palace remain with that clean sheet. They have something to defend. Chelsea fans are secretively Palace fans. Nah, man. There's no reason to hate Palace. There's no need. There's like, from a Chelsea standpoint, maybe I don't know our history. Is there any reason for me to hate Palace, guys? I don't think there is. If anything, I think most clubs like Palace. You know what I mean? South London club. You know what I mean? I'm from South London. They always do good recruitment from the Championship. They're a good club. They're a good club. I don't, you know what I mean? It's not Millwall. Ain't QPR. It's not West Ham. It's not Tottenham. It's not Arsenal. Got enough teams to hate. You know what I mean? I'm not going to spend time hating Charlton, hating hating Palace, hating Leyton Orient. You know what I mean? Got Fulham and Brentford next door. Got Bear, man. Don't need to be hating on Palace. Unless I've missed something. Tell me a reason to hate Palace and maybe I'll change my mind, but Yeah, I know QPR hate us, yeah. So that's fine, no problem. Palace don't hate us, I don't think. Palace are calm, man. Palace are calm. Palace are calm. Palace are calm. So Man City in possession. Oh, that was a lot. Ball comes in. Okay, cleared. Well done. There we go. Woo! My energy levels are spiked. I don't know if it's because of the red ball or it's because Palace nearly conceded. God damn. I've never felt so. I don't know. You know what it is, yeah? I also do want to see Steve mudded because he just be chatting. He just be chatting a lot. You know what I mean? I just want to see what he says after this. I want to see what he says. Like, I don't want to hear take it on the chin hype. I don't want to hear take it on the chin. I want to hear something. Talk to me. Talk to me. You know what I mean? I want to know what's going on. Don't want to hear no take it on the chin hype. Oh, dear. I just want to see what the reaction is. I really do. Because I know they expect to win this game. Do you know what I mean? Of course they do. So a little bit of a cup upset. It's like, it's not on the level of Wigan. Wigan 1, City 0, Ben Watson. But we'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll take it. Here's Diaz. Savinho, ball in. They're just going for Hairline in the air constantly. If they could just defend their box Palace and they're playing the back three for that, then Mateta, look at that. Look at that. Mateta, go on, release it. Wow. Oh, play that. Come on, man. Come on. That pass. Oh, that's not great. That pass has got to be played, man, in behind. That pass has got to be played in behind. Come on, man. And Mateta's big. Mateta's big, bro. Mateta really wants this FA Cup because he might also know he's kind of potentially leaving in the summer as well, considering the situation with obviously his contract. So this is the perfect way to leave. I don't think there'll be any Palace fans that will be on his case if he leaves. You know, gets them a bit of money as well this window. They have to replace him. But an FA Cup is the peak. Obviously, if they were to qualify for European competition, maybe Conference League, they could definitely... I think a lot of the Premier League clubs could win the Conference League, you know. Palace being one of them if they qualified. But FA Cup is peak level party for Palace, considering they're probably not going to win a league or obviously champs and Europa. So this is as good as it gets, man. As good as it gets. So can't complain. Would I take Mateta? I absolutely would, yeah, absolutely. Now, people think I'm crazy when I say this, but I think all top clubs should be taking Mateta, but I also think you should be adding more than... Oh, what a save from Henderson! Oh, my days! Wow! Henderson's having the game of his life! He's having the game of his life! What a save! Doku on this left-hand side cuts in, takes it into the box... Oh, what a save. Henderson is unbelievable today. Man of the match so far. As I was saying, so I think every big club should be taking Mateta, but if you want to do definite Premier League damage in terms of winning a title or competing for one, I don't think you should be just taking Mateta and that's it. I think you should be taking Mateta and still try to sign Osimhen or Gyökeres on top, etc. Because Mateta is giving you 14, 15, 16 goals, maybe 20 in a big team, maybe. But I'm not here for maybes. I'm here for absolutely's. So just in case the lights are too bright, just in case he's not clinical enough, just in case he's a good option off the bench, I want another one. You know what I mean? I want another one with him. Just if I'm getting greedy. But if you got Mateta as a squad option, you can't go too far wrong. Him coming off the bench or him starting some of the games, I think that's really good. Because he's that type of centre forward where he's going towards the shithousery, the physical dominance. But then if you want to get a techie guy as well, then obviously you need to get someone else with him. Listen, I'm not saying he can't start for a top team. I'm just saying that it's a little bit of a gamble if you want to win a Prem. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a gamble. You don't quite know. Because this will be his first big move, you know? So you don't know. He's got a lot of attributes that tell you, yo, give him the service and 20 goals could be there. As long as you get the goals on top somewhere else. But you're not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to know too much. Could backfire. But I do like him a lot. Tobe says he's drunk off a boozy brunch, so he's not watching the game. Ah, dearie me. 45 minutes gone. I'm so glad I did this watch along. I said, yo, it's the FA Cup final, man. And it's Crystal Palace potentially making history. We got to be there. Chat. You got to be there. Look at that, bro. Just looking at the Palace end is just crazy. Like, look at that. It's on your screens now, most likely. Bro, their fans are doing a madness. I'm so, like, yo, it's mad when you're watching it. Like, imagine being there. Like, if you're a Palace fan, you're there, you must be having the time of your life right now. You're winning an FA Cup final. You're nearly at halftime, and your end is going berserk. Absolutely berserk. And it's been like that for the whole 45 minutes. All I'm seeing is just a madness over there. That's all I'm seeing. Is just a madness. I'm just seeing bare people standing up, not even facing the game, just like getting chants going, clapping, and just going off. Them man don't have a singing section. It's just section. Yeah, I was always going to watch it anyway, but I said, yo, I got to watch it with my people, bro. I got to watch it. I got to do the watch along, bro. FA Cup final. We're going to do doing the FA Cup final, doing Europa League final, obviously Conference League final I'm going. I got my tickets to Raw Claw. So that'll be the last vlog of the season. So we're going to Raw Claw. Tyreek George, running down the wing, hear that Chelsea sing, and then you know how it goes. So we're going there, and then yeah, Champions League final as well. Champions League final. We're doing all the finals. And if Palace win this, and I keep forgetting this, but if Palace win this, they are playing Europa League football, right? That's the reward for the FA Cup. Imagine Crystal Palace in the Europa League. I keep forgetting that's the reward. Because obviously Man United got that last year. That's not even like entered my frame. Because that's not even entered my mind. Because I'm trying to remember that the FA Cup is that big. So like, and I'm trying to keep that consistent with the people saying, yo, like FA Cup is that big. Forget what you're getting after it. You're getting an FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not talk about Europe. Let's talk about the FA Cup. You're lifting an FA Cup at Wembley. But now that you mention it, yo, Crystal Palace will be playing in the Europa League as well? Holy shit. I completely forgot. Halftime, Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. Wow. 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 I need to take a moment. I want to see the scenes. I want to see the parade in South London where I want to see this. I grew up in South London for the majority of my childhood, whether it was Sydenham, whether it was Forest Hill, Dulwich, not Greenwich, but near Greenwich. I can't remember the place. Deptford. Beckton, South Norwood, Annerley. I moved house a lot. Long story. I need to see, because I'm just remembering what South London means to me. I need to see Southeast London. Sorry, not South London. South London, Southeast London is pretty different. Southeast London, I need to see that parade. Because Southeast London, yeah, I know, Beckton is like gone. But I don't really know what a parade in Southeast London really looks like. I need to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to see that shit. So for me, yeah, I'm gassed. I'm gassed if Southeast London is getting a whole ass parade, bro. Let's see it. Because it's only Notting Hill Carnival that gets the parades. You know what I mean? It's only West. Southeast London needs a parade. Oh, yeah, Beckton is more east. I don't know. Beckton is just out there somewhere, you know? And you know what this reminds me of sometimes? Like, Chelsea fans, this is why we have to strive for trophies. I know I bang on about this a lot, but we have to strive for trophies because look what this is. You're at Wembley winning at half time. Look what it is. Look at their side of the ground. And it's like, this is why I'd be arguing with people like Robert. And you all know who Robert is. You know what I mean? Robert be chatting a hella patty, chatting a lot of nonsense. I don't know if he's in the chat there somewhere. Like, this is why I be arguing with people like him because, like, I'm a winner. I want to win things. I feel like people like Robert and some of these fans that they don't have a taste for success. They don't have a taste for winning. Look what this is that we're watching. History is being made. These are the type of days where DVDs and discs are made and you're watching shit back with your kids, right? I was here when we won the FA Cup. I was there when we won the FA Cup. Do you remember Lampard scoring a long ranger? Do you remember this, that, and the third? Like, these are the days. And I feel like people forget these days now. They don't appreciate these days. They just wanna I don't know what's wrong with them. I actually don't want to try to explain to you what goes through people like Robert's mind, what goes through their brain. I don't know how to make that make sense, because I can't understand it. The way I watch football and the most memorable days that I go back on is always these type of days. Like I told you, Lampard against Everton, left foot, screamer. 1-0 win against Manchester United. Drogba. These are the days. And these are the only days that matter in the calendar when it's all said and done. So I hope more of you are today watching this Palace, potential win and remembering what winning looks like. Remembering what success looks like. When you're getting your club's name engraved on the trophy and your players are walking up the stairs. There's nothing better. Nothing better than what I'm describing. And all of this other kerfuffle. Balance booked, accountants, net profits, amortizations. All of these words. We shouldn't really have to even be thinking about these things. It's not our business. Our business is to be there. Our business is to be there and to win. I'm just watching this penalty miss. What a save from Henderson. This is taking me back to the good old days when Mendy was having masterclasses. In finals. This is the stuff of dreams, people. I'm living through Palace right now because this is what it's about. This is what it's about. So next time you see people like Robert on the timeline just chatting nonsense or just some of the things I've heard, man. Some of the things I've heard. Up the prices of the tickets. Up the prices of the tickets. It's not expensive enough. Is this brother trolling? Is this brother taking a piss? Nah, man. He's a nasty guy. He's a nasty, nasty guy. Sometimes I really do question, is he even a Chelsea fan? And I've had this notion in my head for quite a while. And it's an hypothesis that I have. I don't even think he's a Chelsea fan. I truly don't think this Robert brother is a Chelsea fan. I think he's an imposter. I think he's an absolute imposter. Some of the things he said, he's not a Chelsea fan. Can't be. He has to be an imposter among us. I don't want to get into that. But for me, when I hear the way that brother speaks and I hear some of the shit that he says, I think to myself, yeah, you're either being paid by the club, either you're an imposter and a troll, or you don't understand what football really means to the people, what it's meant to mean to the people. It's one of those three options. You pick one. You pick one. And anyone who's with him. Anyone who's with him, you pick one. All of this, we'll do it next year nonsense. We'll do it the year after. Teams like Crystal Palace are doing it right now. And I'm happy for them. Truly, truly am. But this has got to be a big reminder to the people that we got to take these cup competitions seriously. Got to take these cup competitions seriously. Don't ever underestimate FA Cup ever again in your life. Look at the scenes today. When we're going out in the third round against Brighton or in the fourth round, don't disrespect what this means. You get days like this. Big, big days. I'm enjoying it, bro. So happy for them, genuinely. Honestly, man. Wow. I know if we make, Champions League next week, you're gonna have the Roberts of this world dancing around and singing at the top of their lungs, and it's about trophies. Don't ever let Champions League qualification become a trophy for you. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Yo! What the fuck is this? Why are you wearing my sunglasses?
I heard somebody talking about me.
What the fuck is this?
I heard somebody talking about me. So I decided to pull up. And brother, you don't even look comfortable in your own hands. You don't even look comfortable in your own hands. What's going on?
Yo.
Here I am in person.
Yo, get away from me, fam.
Here I am in person. Everything you are saying, say it to my face. Say it to my face, Matisse, I'm here. Say it to my face, brother. Here I is. Talk to me. Oh, I don't think he's a Chelsea fan. Here I am. Blue.
Oh, shit.
Blue. Here I am. Talk to me.
Are you watching this game?
I'm watching this game.
Are you seeing this Palace performance?
Yes, I am.
Are you seeing the mentality and the cojones?
I am seeing it. I'm also seeing Man City spending 200 mil in January that you praised and lauded about, and they're getting badges by Crystal Palace. Marmoush playing, right? Nico Gonzalez, he playing? How about Kusunov, he playing? 200 million in January. Only to get battered by Palace in the final of an FA Cup. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice, Matisse.
What are you doing in London, bro?
Huh?
What are you doing in London?
I heard you've been sending for me, especially on all you can eat. So I told my missus, you know what? I need to make a quick pit stop. Because I gotta face this brother, face to face. Because it's getting to another level.
It's people like you, Robert.
What have I done?
Brother, you hype mediocrity.
No.
You hype 2030.
No.
You don't understand that today is the day that we're living and tomorrow is not promised.
Oh no, I understand that.
Yes.
I mean, you're trying to get deep and things like that.
Yo, you're getting deep.
You're getting deep on tomorrow and promise. Obviously, everybody knows tomorrow and promise. You think Liverpool thinks tomorrow is promise? Obviously, they don't think tomorrow is promise. But that's life. Tomorrow and promise.
Oh my God. Well, brother, listen, come on. Welcome to my studio.
Thank
Welcome
you,
to my home, brother.
I appreciate it.
First guest on the watch.
Yeah.
What are you saying, brother? How are you? You was at the game yesterday.
I was at the game yesterday.
Chelsea versus Man United. Talk to me, man.
Yes.
How was that?
No, it was
Was that your first game at Stamford Bridge?
No,
it can't be.
My first game with my son. So it was his first game, and it was lovely to go there and see his favorite player Cucurella score the winner, and it was a good game. It was get 3 points at all costs and walk out of there, and man, I'm glad we got the 3 points. It was a little nervy in the first half. Second half, I think we just stepped up the intensity. And got the goal. We missed some chances with Nani, the 1v1.
Nani.
Missed it. Yeah, that was wild. He missed that first the first cross in the first half of Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Crossed it to him and he hit it.
I think now when I watched it back, and I said this in my review as well, I think he was slightly offside, so that kind of saved him a little bit. But then that second shot on the break when he missed that, and I saw the replay on that, the way that he kind of just slashed that shot was nasty work, especially when it's on his stronger foot. How do you know what? Yeah, how do you feel about Maresca right now? Because obviously everybody was saying earlier on not even earlier on in the season, they were saying actually recently though, like a lot of people were saying, sack him. A lot of my comments say sack him, move him on, he's not good enough. Assad, who's always sending in super chats, he's always like, yo, get that brother out of my club. I said at the start of the season, I'm not trying to talk about Maresca too much because I'm onto the sporting directors. Right? Because I feel like they hired him. They put a lot of money down on a lot of players.
Yeah.
And some of them have been good, like Palmer and Caicedo, etc. But some of them have been extremely bad. And I'd like to hold them accountable for whatever happens this season. And to be honest, I'd hold them accountable regardless. I'll bring in Campos. That's my guy. Where are you with Maresca? Because... is that your guy? Are you happy?
Oh, yeah.
I remember you hating Poch. You were like, yo, get Poch out.
I told you from the day we got Poch, I was like, I don't think I'll give him a chance, but I think it's gonna be a disaster. But I think Maresca I rate. He's from what I've seen of him and the way he's coached us, I think he's a quality manager for the team that we have, for having all the I would call it below average centre back play, a below average goalkeeper play. Wait.
Did you just call Sanchez a below average goalkeeper?
No. I said below average goalkeeper play. There's a difference. No.
You don't just listen, Robert. You don't get to do that. Did you just call Sanchez a below average level goalkeeper?
I said below average goalkeeper play. I didn't call, obviously I said below average centre back play. I didn't call Fofana below average. I didn't call Liverpool below average. I didn't call anybody below. I just said below average centre back play. They haven't played up to the standard this season. Okay. Don't try to read what I'm not writing, brother.
I thought you were about to finally admit that Sanchez was not the guy. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think with that having us on what, third or best, was it third or fourth best defense in the league, right?
That's third, yeah.
Third,
yeah.
And then having, Jackson below Cole Palmer going into the coldest time of, the coldest dry spell of his career, finding solutions, with Enzo crushing the box, Cucurella becoming a goal threat now, and we got what, the fourth best attack in the league?
No, I think goals scored were like 7th.
Are we? You sure?
Yeah, we missed a lot of chances.
We've missed a lot of chances, but I think we are up there as far as goals scored.
I have to double check though. I could be wrong.
Yeah, and I think with that it takes serious coaching to get to that level, and so only one can surmise that if you get adequate centre-back play, you get, Cole Palmer being just regular, not even last year's Cole Palmer, but just normal Cole Palmer, not going into 13 game, without scoring. You get, better play from a goalkeeper. Bro, nothing, there's nothing that tells me that he won't be, he won't work wonders with high level play in those positions.
And you know what's mad as well? Like, obviously the goal came from Reece James crossing to Cucurella, and both of them were in the pockets.
Facts.
Which is where he put Gusto, and he failed miserably because I don't think Gusto is as good as Reece James at doing those things. But he was actually inside. He never overlapped Neto once.
Absolutely.
He can cross from there. He can shoot from there. So
yeah.
It's interesting. All right, people, listen. We got Robert here for the second half. Then after this, we go and get some food. We want to get for dinner. We'll have extended Chelsea conversations and batten down the hatches. What do you want to get for dinner?
Every time in London, I'm trying to find the best place where I can find lamb.
Lamb.
Yeah. So I don't know where that place would be.
Yeah, we'll do some researching after this.
Yeah, we'll do.
Let me get the time
research, but I'm game for anything, man. I'm not.
Love that.
I'm not picky.
All right, second half's kicked off, people. Bro, do you want Palace to win this? I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. So I can crash it on you for
me
for loading Man City for spending in January and for showing ambitions, while crashing on us for not recalling Andre Santos.
Bro, if we had, do you know what's so funny? Yeah, I'm gonna go through the super chats. Don't worry, I see all the super chats. They're all saved. If we had loaned or signed a striker in January. And I'm going to say loan because I understand that there's bigger targets potentially in the summer. Doku, would we not be comfortably top 4 right now?
Why is he has to be comfortable? Comfortably. I mean,
do you prefer to be uncomfortable?
No. There is a level of maturing that needs to be done in uncomfortability. You know what I mean? And so I think going into the spell, as Moresca said, you don't think Cole will learn a lot during that stretch of a bad game, or Cole Palmer, or Jackson, or Enzo.
Yes,
there's experience and maturity that comes from that.
But when you're adding more young players on top of young players, which you advocate for, and you see that we're signing more young players, right? That inexperience will never end, will it? So we are potentially going to be learning this year, next year. How many more years you want to learn?
No, but it's not like we are at. I don't want to go into the Arsenal phase nonsense.
Oh shit!
But
don't tell me we need to do 5 phases.
No. But it is, when the Enzo and the Caicedo and the Colwill and the Gusto.
I like the fact that you're including Cole, because look at you, man.
I don't want to come and sound like a hater. I'm trying to be. Plus, he's played well the last few games, so I'll give him his credit.
Fair.
But they came in with nobody of experience to guide them. Now, anybody of any young player that we will have 2 years from now will learn from a 24, 25-year-old Caicedo, 25-year-old Enzo, 26-year-old 28-year-old Reece James, and so forth. So it's not going to always be everybody young. It's going to be young coming in with experience, high level quality players like the Enzo Fernandez and the Caicedo and the Cole Palmer at that point on. So it's not always going to be young forever.
I hear it. But for me, I just feel like strike while the iron's hot. And if we were to add some spine players, and obviously the wages you'd have to up a little bit as well. But I said like Osimhen, Rodrigo. I actually gave a rogue wild shout, which was Romero at Tottenham, which I'm more than happy. If you disagree with that, it's not a problem.
Oh no.
It's not a problem if you disagree. It's fine. It's not a problem. I don't expect you to like that one. I said if you add some leaders, some generals, and some experienced top players in that team, bro, we could go for the league.
And
next
when
year.
you said the word leaders, and your first thought was Romero.
He is a leader.
How?
He is. He's shown leadership qualities before. But right now at Tottenham, his leadership skills are cooked. 100%. Because he doesn't want to be there.
He doesn't want to be there. And last season, he was getting... his red card. I mean, that's...
I know. He does need to calm down a little bit. He does.
That's That's no sign of leadership, man.
All right, let me go through some super chats. We are watching the game. Don't worry, it's on there. If anything happens, I'll let you know. All right, cool. Let's see. They're probably so shocked as well that you're here. Like, I can't tell you how like random it is that you're like our first guest. Me and you've been going back and forth online. Everybody be like, why you're so rude to Robert all the time? Some people on Twitter, why are you so rude to Robert? I'm like, don't worry, brother. Me and Robert, like, I did play back how many times Robert was on there.
Yeah.
Me and Robert disagree on so much, but it's all love, man.
It's always all love, man. It's always all love.
Cool, Alex, bro. I can't deal with any more different types of audio right now, brother. Like right now, I'm doing the most with the 2 mics, and I'm hoping that it's not killing you lot. So because I didn't get to do, I'm not a sound engineer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me level up and continue to learn how to have multiple mics on the same stream, and then I can go with more audio afterwards. Essay.
Ooh,
My days, bro. A second goal, and it could be over.
yeah, second goal. Wow.
One question I saw in the chat actually, who would you want at left wing? They were asking. Oh shit. Oh no, don't ask him this. Why did I ask him? Because I know what he's gonna say.
I think people are I think that somebody asked that just to be, to try and be
Garnacho.
or Adeyemi.
Fucking hell.
Of the attainable one. Now, if Rodrigo or Barcola are attainable, those will supersede those two.
Okay.
But for the ones that are attainable, yeah, Garnacho or Adeyemi.
Have we not suffered enough?
I don't. It's not.
I don't.
suffering.
You don't think we have? You don't think we've suffered enough? You want us to continue suffering? Garnacho. Why do you like Garnacho? Garnacho is such a frustrating player in the final third. He's always missing chances. We need someone that's going to come into this team and be clinical. And he's still developing and still needs nourishment and food and water and drink. And do we not have enough young players? Do we not have enough? Like, why do you want Garnacho of all people? I ain't even going to get into Adeyemi. But Garnacho.
Yes, because I think he is Anthony Gordon at Everton.
You think he's Anthony Gordon at Everton?
Yeah, I think Anthony Gordon is 24 now. I think at 24, Garnacho will be better than Anthony Gordon is right now.
But we need someone for next season.
No. I'm saying he will be better. I think Garnacho.
Yeah, but that's in four. How old is
No,
he? 20?
He's 20. I'm just saying he'll be better. But Anthony Gordon has been good for what, 2 or 3 seasons now.
Yeah.
At Newcastle. So I rate Garnacho already from what he did at Man United last season. He was quite quality for them. You yourself don't need me to remind you how mad Said was lauded Garnacho.
Alejandro Garnacho.
Every single time he was lauding Garnacho because he was the best attacking threat. And I think he provides that every time he comes on, and his work rate is amazing, and he's always available. He's never injured.
His ball striking ability and decision making is too poor. His ball striking ability for me is too inconsistent, and his decision making is not good enough. Not good enough.
He's 20, Matisse.
Exactly. So go and develop at Brighton. Remember, we're trying to judge Maresca as a coach, and we're trying to give him tools so we can judge him at the objectives we're trying to hit. Give him more developing players that are inconsistent. We're making his job more difficult.
Is Garnacho a big game player, yes or no?
Huh?
Is Garnacho a big game player?
Big game player?
Yeah.
I don't think he plays many big games because Man United are not a big performing team right now. They're not in Champions League.
Who scored in the FA Cup final last season?
Garnacho? Mm-hmm. Any more?
Chelsea United last season.
Of course,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
our defense was that was our worst defense.
You see now
ever in the
now
Premier
it's
League.
defense. No, so now I'm bringing up big games. Now you start bringing it's defense, this that. No, big game player. He scored in big games. Yes or no? He scored in finals.
Brother, our big games next season could be Real Madrid away in a Champions League quarterfinal.
And I think who would you trust more in that game, Garnacho or Sancho?
I don't want to trust either of them. I don't want to trust either of them. Man said, "Do you prefer shit or piss?" I said, "I don't want either." And I actually like Sancho, so I shouldn't be saying shit or piss, but I like Sancho.
Yeah.
But I'm taking my own bias out of it and saying, you know what? Even though I like Sancho and I really wanted it to work out for Sancho, I'm not hanging my hat on Sancho for the next season because he doesn't add enough goals into the team and he's not obviously 1v1, we know he needs people to combine with. He's got too many limitations in his game that I don't feel like we should be having as a starting winger in the team. He shouldn't have them limitations. We should have someone that can cook people 1v1. We should have someone that takes more shots and scores more goals. We should have someone that is consistently mentally on point at all times. That's Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Garnacho is one of those players that I think when you put him in an environment and the coaching of Maresca, I think he can grow leaps and bounds above who he is right now.
I don't know, man. Me and you gonna have to disagree on that one. I'll be real.
You got Romero, so I think.
All right, let me move this over here. Let me see, chat. Right. Where are we at, man, with this game? I'm actually sweating, you know. I'm actually really nervous for Palace. Genuinely. I really want them to do well. I want them to win. I want them to handle business. I'm worried.
Obviously, yeah. I want Palace to win.
Look what it means to their fans. Have you seen some of the images as well of their fans in their end? It's insane.
It's wild, bro.
It's mad.
Wild. You know, I mean, I don't want to go at our own fans, but you know, can you imagine if we did the same thing in the finals when we're getting there a couple years ago?
Some people saying a bit echo. Let me mute my mic. Obviously, so if Robert talks now, you guys are gonna hear him clearly, right? Yeah. All right, chat. Let me know, chat, how the volume is now, because I can mute my mic and it's still picked up quite a lot on Robert's mic, actually. So let me know, chat, how it sounds now. I'm just going to leave my mic off for a little bit. Maybe it'll be all right.
Am I good?
People saying worse. How's that possible? Shouldn't be worse, chat. Maybe it's Robert's mic. De Bruyne's got a corner at the moment. 1 second. De Bruyne's got a corner. He's going to whip it in. They literally just go in aerial to Haaland at all times. Every single time De Bruyne's got the ball in this game, he's looking for Haaland. He's just whipping the ball into him constantly. And that's, like I said earlier, that's why I would go and get someone like Osimhen, because I just feel like Osimhen has the long limbs to get to some of Neto's crosses that are not completely accurate. Like if Neto swings in a cross and it's not quite on someone's forehead or not quite on the end of someone's foot, you know that the long limbs could make up the difference. Yeah, I think my audio is probably bouncing off your audio for a little bit, but I'll try and see if I can fix it. Let me go through the super chats actually while I fix that, or try and fix it. But Palace are coming forward, people. I need that second goal, man. Oh, I need that second goal. Europa League final predictions. Injuries for both. I will let Robert give his prediction whilst I have a little think on that.
I think United will win, but I want Spurs to win.
Why? Why? Why do you want Spurs to win?
Why do I want Spurs to win? Oh, because you think Tobe's gonna be unbearable, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh! Get in! Munoz! Yes! 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 Oh, look, Ben Chilwell is about to win an FA Cup.
Wait. They're saying offside.
Oh, is it? Oh, you lot are clowning.
Chat is saying offside. Hold on. Oh, no. No. Long throw. Where would the offside possibly be? Oh, no. Oh.
Sorry, man.
He's off. Yeah, he's off. When the ball struck, he's in an offside position. And it hit him. Oh. hopes up, man. Yeah, that's going to get ruled out. It's going to get ruled out, guys.
Is the fact that he hit Haaland first going to change anything?
I don't think so, no. I mean, if it did hit Haaland cleanly, then surely it shouldn't matter. I don't know, man. I think let me go through the rest of this. Let me see. Onside. Some of the chat. What? It's being checked. All right, I'll let you know what comes from the check. Let me keep going through super chats. Chelsea fans, we read that one out. QPR here, 2 million for us if Eze gets them Europe. Oh yeah, of course, add-ons from when you signed him. Did that hit Haaland first? When they're showing the replay, they show it like they don't slow it down, so I can't really. That's what they're checking if it hit Haaland first. I think it may.
If you see the other angle, it clearly hit Haaland first. Maybe because it wasn't deliberate by Haaland. That's why it's offside. It wasn't a deliberate attempt to play the ball.
I don't know.
Is my going off?
Man said audio was worse than Garnacho. That's a real Italian manager. We have a fraud. Assad hates Maresca so much, you know. Assad hates Maresca so much. All he does, every video I upload, it doesn't matter if it's even on Maresca or it's not, he's cussing out Maresca.
Wow.
Like even yesterday's video, like he will spin the block on Maresca. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what's happened. He's onto Maresca for it, regardless, at all times. So, yeah, Assad's not playing around. Assad's not playing around when it comes to Maresca.
Why? What's his reasons? Because he invests with Sims.
When it comes to Maresca, I think he doesn't like the system. He doesn't like the way he puts people out of position. He doesn't like the fact that, obviously, Gusto's had a massive nosedive in terms of his form this season. Palmer, the way that he's kind of using him, yeah, he just doesn't like anything about him, to be honest.
Can't please everyone.
City and behind people. Oh my days. De Bruyne. This is if Palace can just make it to the last 10 minutes, and maybe then they could start making subs and start packing the box.
I'm going to say something wild here. I think City should take Haaland off.
Why do you think they should take Haaland off?
Because they're too predictable with him. It's like everybody just trying to spam cross into him, and Palace is pretty comfortable defending it. Take Haaland off, you become less predictable.
They are fortunate with Haaland, I agree.
And even Big Steve said it on the Big Six last time. That he would start Marmoush.
Yeah.
And bring Haaland off in the 70th minute or something once their legs are tired.
Yeah, he did say that. He did. He said start Haaland. Sorry, start Mamouche, leave Haaland on the bench, bring him on like last 20, 30, because he feels like the Palace centre-backs, it's going to be too easy for them to just mark Haaland out of the game, or every time something comes in, just clear it and just defend the box. And Mamouche, to be fair to him, you're right, because they're not really finding Mamouche in the dangerous positions, and Mamouche is not letting off any shots. And Mamouche will shoot on sight at all times if he gets the opportunity, but he's not really been able to get any shots off.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the space to make the runs in that he had, because Arnold is occupying those space.
Point. Fair point. But now, when you need a goal, take off someone like Haaland. I feel like that is such a bold move now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because he's obviously one of the best finishers on the planet. You're looking for a goal.
Is Foden on the bench?
Foden is on the bench, yeah. Foden's on the bench.
Yeah.
Foden's on the bench.
I'll take Haaland off, bring on Foden. That's just me.
You hold on a second. So you bring on Foden? Because Foden's been having a pretty poor season. They don't really look to Foden anymore for big moments. You take Haaland off and bring on Foden.
Yeah, because it just opens up. I think now. I don't think Haaland. Obviously, he's the better goal scorer, but I think Marmoush in this game, low block, he's a bigger goal threat. Look, Doku's gonna do the thing, trying to cross it for Haaland. They're all just doing, getting out wide. Yes.
No.
See, just trying to cross.
It's true.
It's too comfortable.
It's
the
true.
The goalkeeper will come and cross it and collect it, and the centre back will deal with it. It's too predictable, too easy to defend.
Do you know what as well? Henderson's been insane today.
Yeah.
Henderson's been absolutely outstanding today. Some of the saves that he's pulled off, top tier. Top tier. Top tier. Man of the match for me, probably Henderson, yeah. I just feel like saving that penalty is even enough. And he even made some massive saves before that. Yeah. Big up some of the chat. If you're just coming in, this is the famous Robert. Yeah? If you don't know Robert, you're going to get to know Robert. Because Robert's going to make sure that you know him when he's sending in mad chats and rattling people, moving mad. Alex is me and Alex. I don't know who's more rattled by Robert, me or Alex. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to, I'm not trying to curse. I'm not trying to put a curse on Henderson or trying to put a jinx on it. I'm just saying right now, Henderson is moving like prime Buffon. Do you know what I mean? Like these goalkeepers for me, and we've had it many times at Stamford Bridge, you almost just know when a goalkeeper is going to have a masterclass. Like they're just playing in a way where it's like they can't be stopped. They can't be beaten.
Like every goalkeeper when they play Chelsea. What's that Palmer goalkeeper? What team was he playing against? Ipswich. Yeah. Yeah. Game of his life. That Leicester goalkeeper saving Cole Palmer penalty. Seems like, every goalkeeper when they play us kind of have their Buffon day.
Sometimes it is just our finishing as well. Sometimes our finishing is, Jackson. Where do you stand on Jackson? As I think this corner's coming in for Palace. Where do you stand on Jackson right now? Because Jackson, to be fair, Jackson is a player that I liked a lot of his attributes. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give him time. I'm very patient with him. Second season. I usually give everybody 2 seasons. Unless I just do not rate you whatsoever, then I'll usually give you 2 seasons. Or I just think systematically you're not making sense for us. Like Disasi in a high line. It's never going to work, right? So for me, but now this is the second season and he's not kicked on. So I'm kind of like, you know what? We need to at least get a starter ahead of him. Oh, that's over. Oh, that was not a bad effort,
No, I still rate Jackson massively, man. I think what it does for our team, it's when he's not there. Like yesterday, you can feel like, oh, we missed Jackson. I remember seeing start Tyreek George after that Fulham game, and you can clearly see when Jackson's not playing, we massively miss him, and we've seen it even when he went to AFCON, we're cussing him as well. Oh man, get him out, and then he went to AFCON, and we quickly got reminded of how important he is, and so I think he makes our attack be more potent and more he improves or increases our chance creations. Now does our finishing need to be better? Yes. But I think Jackson helps our chance creation massively. And without him, we don't create so many clear-cut chances. And you can see without him, Palmer doesn't create as many chances. And without his runs, we kind of struggle a little bit. So I'm fine with Jackson even going to next season, man. Obviously, you want competition for him. You want a different profile to him, but no, I'm not the one that would beat Jackson at all.
I wouldn't get competition. I'd definitely get him benched though. I'd get a striker that benches him. Like I would have had competition if he had at least matched what he did last season. But for me, he's just missed too many chances this season. I would get a striker that pretty much benches him, and then he's got to fight. He's got to really fight to get back into the team, because we're meant to be kicking on next season. Like, what does kicking on represent for you next season? Because for me,
Title challenge.
you said title charge. See, this is the first time me and you're gonna
I said title challenge.
title charge, title challenge, same thing.
Title challenge means we're going to win it. Title challenge means 10 games to go, we are mathematically still, within a possibility of winning it.
All right, let me break that down a bit. If you say mathematically, that means a lot of things, but I would like you to change that word to realistically.
No, I don't think we're gonna win the title.
No, not win it, but realistically challenge with 10 games to go.
Yeah, with 10 games to go, obviously, I don't think we're gonna be able to get over the finish line next season. But I think we would be there with 10 games to go. We will be one of the teams that we can say, well, if this happened and this happened and this happened, Chelsea can realistically win the title. But I don't think we will be there. We will, because obviously I think Man City will be back. I think Arsenal would be there and thereabout. Liverpool would be there as well. But I think we're gonna be one of the teams that are there as well in the title challenge. Kind of like, was it Liverpool two seasons ago, when they were there until with the 6 games left, and then obviously you could clearly see that they weren't. At the end of the day, when you look at the table, you're like, oh, did they challenge really? But they were there and thereabout for most of the season.
That's like a strong 80. No, that's like a strong 75 plus point season. Then that's like a
75, 80.
Yeah, 75, 80. That's a lot of points. Chelsea have not done that since. I don't think Chelsea have even touched 80 points, and definitely 75 plus. Actually, I don't think they've touched these points since Conte's 2017. Yeah. And especially if like Arsenal, Liverpool get like, say, Osimhen and Gyökeres. I don't think then we can come to the table with Sesko and then be expecting to be alongside those teams in a title challenge, as you will put it. I mean, not with Jackson up against those guys, or Sesko. Sesko. Who are you talking more? Liam Delap?
I mean, I'm one of the few that actually kind of rate Delap. And that's he gotta stay down for at least 6 minutes.
Yo, De Bruyne just launched that in his head top, bro. Yeah. Bro.
Sheesh. Yeah, and he took it.
He took it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a player I rate, really, or a quality player.
To be fair to our scouting, that is a player that we were going for when he was at Blackburn. But you can't have everyone. And we'd already signed a lot of midfielders at that point. So I always try to remind people, as much as like you might want, this, that, and the third, if you've already signed a cluster of talented players in that position, 2 things. A, talent blocks talent, because if they truly want a proper development plan, they're not necessarily going to go to you just so they can be sold for profit. They're trying to sign for a club that's actually going to give them minutes in the first team or properly prioritize them. And also, like, if you believe, and I've said this to you loads of times, if you truly believe in the business that Chelsea have done up until this point, you should actually be sitting here as a Blues Co flag flyer. You should be sitting there saying, we actually don't need no players because we signed so many players. How can we not have enough players if if we've done so much great scouting, elite recruitment, as you say, if we've done so much elite recruitment, why are you even talking about new signings? You should be happy with what we have, and it just needs to be developed, right?
No. I think people assume when I say elite recruitment, it means everything has to be a hit, that every player has to be here long term and all that stuff. No, when I speak of elite recruitment, I mean we get the players that are necessary into our build up, or into building a title winning squad, whether that be for PSR reasons, that helps as well. Whether it be for temporary reasons, that helps as well. But elite recruitment doesn't mean you only recruit players that would play first team football forever. That to me is not. It's not the only definition of elite recruitment. It's all the factors that are included into going into making us a title contending and title winning team. And I think good defending.
I
think we've done that so far.
I actually feel like, I don't want to jinx it, but I actually feel like they might hang on here. And I also disagree with what you just said. Mainly because a lot of our recruitment is not about, okay, so you're talking about making profit, multi-club model, development. Yeah, but we saw last summer when we were doing late deals for loan players that only so much paperwork can be done in one window. And what happens for me when you start signing too many young players, which we have, is a lot of them get put to the wayside. They end up being the under 23s like Washington did. Listen, you don't like me bringing up Washington, but at the end of the day, Washington, you don't even know how good Washington is. Are you watching Santos? You don't even know how good Washington is because Washington didn't get a good loan. Washington didn't get prioritized. He didn't get looked after. He got left by the wayside, and now he's just another person. And then, for all we know, he could have been a solution for a striker, but we'll never know because we had too many players ahead of him in the queue to prioritize for us to actually give him what he needed, which was development plan.
Is that the Echeverry brother that's coming on? For Marmoush? This is Foden. Is it Echeverry for his first appearance for Man City? Is it FA Cup final? Or am I tripping? Is this...
No, he is on the bench. Is that the Argentine guy?
Yeah. The one, the kid that they bought, the South American kid. Has he played a game?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about him. You know about him?
I know he was highly, highly rated as one of those, South American talented players. But I didn't think he would play his first game in the FA Cup final. Oh, that's wild of Pep.
About him, I don't know nothing about him. So
a 75 million player who's on 300k a week for a South American kid who's never played a game at Man City. Elite recruitment for them.
Do you know what? Yeah, you are one of the most shameless. You are one of the most shameless people I've ever known. You are trying to hit Man City over the head with a stick. They've done a four-peat. And you're trying to say, yo, our recruitment can chat to yours. They've built a team that we are trying to emulate. They have. I actually. This is why I'm fair with Roman, right? I love Roman, everything that he done. He put the club in an incredible place, but he never was able to build, I guess, a sustainable, successful team in regards to we were never able to attract a Pep, go 3-4 titles in a row, back-to-back semi-finals, Champions League. It was always like big highs and then lows and then highs. It was very it was unstable. The reason why I don't get too crazy with our ownership is I don't want to start gassing them to say, oh, yeah, you could start disrespecting the foundations that Roman laid when you haven't even won a single trophy yourselves. Obviously, that should change in Poland, but I just want a little bit of humble beginnings. Don't be trying to chat too much patty when you haven't even done the bare minimum yourselves.
I highly rate what they've done, the 4-peat. It's highly impressive, but I don't think every recruitment that they've done is impressive.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Calvin Phillips was a disaster.
Especially recently, most of the transfers have been not that impressive. Like, they're not like the Mahrez or the Sané or those level players that they had. Even Gabriel Jesus for to a lesser degree. But now they got the Kusanov and those level players, like Nico Gonzalez, and maybe he'll turn out to be a good player. But so far, yeah, not impressed.
I wasn't impressed with Matheus Nunes either, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. And there's splashed quite a few cash. Savinho was came with the hype, you know. So is Doku, but you know, it hasn't been the Morris level or the Sane level that we used to with this Man City team.
Saeed rang me at half time, so I'm actually gonna ring him. I'm gonna ring him, and I'm gonna let him chat to you because Saeed.
Oh no.
Now he's rooting for Man City as well, and because at half time, obviously, hey Saeed,
Yo, brother.
you want to chat to Robert?
Yo, Robert, man, chat to me. How is Robert in the UK, man?
Hey, hold it close to the mic, just so they can hear.
Hey, my brother, how are you?
I'm very good, my friend.
Are you good? You sure?
I'm very good, man.
I went to watch your team last night, but you know you didn't look very good.
Yeah, man. You know, it's one of them, man. You guys got your thing going on, man. We got Wednesday to think about, man.
Oh, you confident about Wednesday?
Not really, but you know, it's Tottenham, right? It's Tottenham, right?
Oh, yeah, fair. It's Tottenham. They will do something crazy and and hand it to you on a silver platter.
How was that? Was that your first game, by the way? Have you been to?
No. My first game was Conte time.
Oh, Conte.
Yeah.
The last time you won the league.
Oh, brother, why you have to depress me like that? That's not fair. That is not how you treat a guest in your own home, man.
Well, it's not my home.
It's your country, technically your home.
Oh my God. Oh my days. Echeverri could have scored.
He's seen something.
You're spoiling it for us over here, brother.
Oh my days.
I just finished catching him up, and imagine if he scored.
But yeah, Rob, how long are you in the UK for? How long are you in the UK for?
I'm here till Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's your plans? Are you gonna go see Buckingham Palace? What are you gonna do?
He's acting like you ain't been here before.
Exactly. You act like, well, I come here.
Act like you've been here before, Robert. On the bus, like on the tour bus.
Yeah. You act like I ain't got no Oyster card or nothing. I got an Oyster card, man.
Your whole family's here, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, my wife and kids, all of us are here. Yes.
Nice, man. Nah. That's thick, man. How long are you here for? It's Wednesday. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. You're gonna be, hopefully Matisse can take you around and that.
We're gonna get food. We're gonna get food.
Ah, that's lit, man. Nah, that's thick, man. Enjoy it, man, Robert, man.
Yeah, thanks, Said, man. Yeah, nice talking to you, man.
But next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Bless up, man. Bless up, bro.
Yeah, cheers.
Chat to you in a bit, Saeed, yeah? Big up, brother. Big up, bro. Big up. Love. That's the save he was obviously talking about, innit? Yeah. And that's massive. Do you know what? And I don't know, obviously, if it's written in the stars, but it's starting to look like that man, like Palace just won't be breached. Do you know what I mean? No. It's quite incredible, really, but obviously there's another player gone down. Like, Man City, I don't know what it is about them today, but I mean, you actually said it perfectly. They've just been very predictable with the way that they've just been crossing into the box constantly. They're not their fluid, you know, they're not very, very fluid in the front line.
I think Palace might have just, you know, copied the Southampton blueprint of last week. Basically park the bus, let them cross in everything from wide and deal with the crosses.
Oh, they're saying I'm gonna jinx it. They're saying I should show. Oh, do you know who? You know what? To be fair, I will give Alex a ring.
Oh no.
I will give Alex a ring. I don't know if he's around, but I will give him a ring just purely because this is a moment that we have to share together as a trio. But let's see. Maybe. Oh, is he gonna pick up? Hello, brother. What are you saying?
Why do I have a feeling you're live streaming right now?
I am live streaming, and I want you to guess. I want you to guess who I have with me at my home right now.
think you have with you a prostitute.
This guy, man. I don't even know what to say. What do I even say to that?
Wait, do you have Robert at your house?
I have Robert, the great Robert, at my yard.
Why would you invite him to your house?
Listen, we're gonna break bread after this. We're gonna go to dinner. We're gonna, discuss our differences and in opinion. This is what you have to do with your ops.
Oh my goodness. I was on the fence about coming to London when I knew he was going there, and this was the moment I was actually highly debating I wanted to be there for.
Do you want to chat to him for a second?
Want is a strange Wait, Matisse, who's taller? You, right?
To be honest, we haven't even stood up and seen who's taller, because I was sitting down and then Skullfuggery's just let him into the yard, let him downstairs. He's walked in with my sunglasses on and he's just done some Undertaker shit while I'm just sitting there cussing him, because I was cussing him at halftime, right? I was cussing him at halftime. I did see a Uber outgoing in my account, but I didn't know what was going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Skull must have booked a taxi or something. And then here he comes walking into my studio just facing me up. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Are you telling me he actually stalked you?
No, he didn't stalk me because Skull lives with me and he's just let him run up into the yard.
You got to get rid of Skull.
Oh dear. You don't want to discuss tactics with him?
I mean,
to be fair, you actually talk to Robert on a weekly basis.
Weekly basis.
Alex, you should.
I talk to Robert on a daily basis.
Alex.
I mean, Robert and I just had our best 24-hour period maybe in months, so I really don't want to ruin it. He gave Levi Caldwell props, Matisse. Like, that's...
Say something about me again. I'm going to start the agenda back.
I mean, there's character growth with Robert in the last 24 hours, and I think that's because he knows I gave Robert Sanchez a little bit of credit for his near post save on Ahmad, and maybe he's also with his son. He was with his son yesterday, and I think that grounded him a little bit. His number one job is not to run an agenda on Caldwell or other players; it's to be a father.
Well, it depends. I mean, it's a part-time job, to be honest with you.
I mean, but let's be real. You guys bicker on Twitter, or did bicker on Twitter, in a more catty fashion than I bicker with Robert.
100%. 100%.
Robert, I just yell at, and at least it's voice to voice. You guys just play cat and mouse on social media.
Yeah, but I mean, actually, Matisse is nicer than you. That's the whole point. He's invited me.
Everybody
No,
knows
I've actually came to his home and drank tea in a cup of his. Unlike you, who's lost a bet to me, by the way, and you have yet to pay 6 months later. We have new kids. You still owe me a kid from the last one.
Robert, it's been sent out. I didn't look at your DM until like a week ago.
Oh, please. When did you send it, Alex? Be honest. Yesterday?
It was sent on Tuesday, and I'll forward you the
On
tracking
Tuesday.
info.
But we got a new kit already, and you're sending me the old one. The new kit is on discount. The new kit is 40% off.
So you want me to tell UPS to return to sender, and I'll get you the new kit?
No, Alex, that's cheeky, I think I know what you've done there. You've definitely got a discount, innit? Because now the old kit ain't really worth nothing.
It ain't.
Actually, Matisse, even though I'm accused of being a brown envelope, it's not me who does these club discounts. It's George Benson. It's a bunch of other content creators. You would think Alex Goldberg, with a narrative on Alex Goldberg being some brown envelope, would have a club deal with discounts for new kits, but I don't. Nene does. Benson does, but I don't.
That's true.
Yep.
Do you have a discount, Matisse?
I actually don't, because I didn't want to look like a brown envelope.
Matisse is very self-conscious about his...
They sent me the email, and I said to them, I would, because it would be a great thing. But I don't want to look like a brown envelope, so I'm going to have to decline. And that was the end of the conversation.
No, they should send me that email, because I'll take it gladly. I don't care if I look like a brown envelope. Everybody calls me Captain Clear Lake already.
I said, I got a reputation to protect. I got an image. Do you know what I mean?
It's not a secret that I might have numbers of players in my WhatsApp, but the only number he cares about is Winstonley's.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. So, what type of stream are you on your YouTube channel right now?
Yes.
Yeah. We're on the YouTube channel. We're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
Crystal Palace versus Man City. Watching
Is
it
it
for the
still
final.
1-0?
Huh?
Is it still 1-0?
Yeah, it's still 1-0. Are you not watching it? I thought you'd be doing the watching them.
No, I'm about to go to a quick festival before I do the Strasbourg watch along because that's a big one.
You know what, Alex?
What?
Man City spent 200 million in January with Marmoush,
Yeah.
and they're about to lose the FA Cup final to Crystal Palace.
Robert, it was still a worthwhile acquisition. I'm not going to hear otherwise. But actually, if you want to play the agenda game, how's Mark Guehi doing right now?
He's been taken off.
What?
He was taken off on the 60th minute.
Was he injured?
I don't know. Maybe tactical.
Obviously,
Maybe tactical.
It's not tactical, Robert. Obviously,
It was tactical.
Oh, there's 10 minutes of
Injured,
injury time, by the way.
I just saw injured. Well, that's unfortunate, actually, because I'm supposed to get a shirt from him. But whatever, he'll still be happy if they win the title. So 10 minutes of added time?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, 10 minutes of added on time.
Oh, Jesus. I know Robert's big on Adam Wharton. I guess he's played.
Yeah.
Too,
He's been exceptional. Like, he's been outstanding. If Tuchel has any bravery to him, he will start him at the World Cup over Declan Rice.
Yep, I knew that's where he was going with it. Matisse, with as obsessed as I've been with a certain Arsenal midfielder over my years, I think we've equaled the obsession with Robert's obsession about Declan Rice in a negative sense. This guy.
No, because you've talked down on our midfielders to praise Rice. You've said this is a quote of your tweet. Our sporting director do not know how to recruit these types of midfielders who have these type of intangibles. When we have Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, who have more intangible than Declan Rice can dream of having.
You have absolutely no idea what the word intangibles means. First of all, and
English is my fourth language, brother. I can.
You know that he literally had the gall to say that Asmir Begovic has no intangibles.
You should get him on a pod with Asmir, actually, next time you're doing one with him.
Matisse, why do you think Asmir Begovic even still has a job in professional football?
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He's going to be at another club. Don't you worry. But, Robert, do you think it's because he can still play goalkeeper at a high level? Of course not. It's because he has intangibles. That's the literal reason as to why he's still employed.
I like Bettinelli?
Yes, literally. But I mean, he's a bit better than Betts. But, yeah, quite literally.
Okay, fair.
I mean, Rob Green, right? Hero of Baku. Intangibles.
Sure, Alex. He has great intangibles.
Oh, it's so belittling. It's so condescending when you go, sure, Alex.
But it's not condescending at all, you know.
Yeah, let me take that, because I know you two are just going to get into it. I'll take up the rest of the stream. I know you don't. You're actually on your best behavior, I can tell. You're holding back.
It's holding back.
You're trying to be reasonable with him. I appreciate that, because, when he first stepped into this studio of mine with the sunglasses, I said, oh, it's going to be a long day. Yeah. He's explained to me why he wants Adeyemi and Garnacho and whatnot. So yeah, it's been fun.
Starting 11 of Sanchez, Badiashile, Mudryk, Adeyemi, Garnacho.
Yeah.
You know he thinks that Nicholas Jackson's fine, that Nicholas Jackson we can win the Premier League with, all this stuff.
Oh, man.
The other yours of Tell and Shirky.
Yeah, Tell, yeah.
And Nusa and all those guys. And Mason Mount and, and Conor Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah.
And, right? So the other day he said that it was only his youngest son that really liked me, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we hear in the background, a young boy go, "Can I say hi?" And Robert goes, "To who?" And the boy goes, "To Uncle Alex."
What?
And then Robert goes, "No, go do your homework."
Oh my days.
And then his son goes, "No, can I please say hi?" And then, you know, I kind of step in and say hi to him, and it's Killian, his oldest, and it was very clear that Robert lied to me. Both of his sons not only love me, but call me Uncle Alex.
Yeah, you lot's relationship is closer than I thought. This is mad.
Imagine his rich uncle started kids and he still hates me. How is that possible?
Listen, Alex, I'm gonna let you go because we're gonna come towards the end of this match. But yeah, I thought let me ring you and give you a brightener to your day, Uncle Alex, and that. You know what I mean?
I want an apology, Matisse, later via text.
Fairs. That's understandable. I'll chat to you in a bit, bro. Big up. Love. Oh, dearie me, Ross. So even your kids are massive Alex Goldberg fans. That's what I'm hearing right now.
Because there's problem in my office every time when, you know, I'm on playback, and there's problem in my office, like especially my oldest, he comes to my office just without knocking, without announcing himself, and he hears me shouting at Alex, and then, you know, he's called him Uncle Alex ever since.
Oh, I can imagine to your dismay. Well, 5 minutes left, people. Crystal Palace 1, Man City 0.
Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace.
It's literally, it's literally just been Man City on the edge of Crystal Palace's box for like God knows how long now, just trying to find a way through. Obviously, Crystal Palace have gone into the low block now. They've gone into their defensive shape. They're just trying to hang on. They're 5 minutes away from winning an FA Cup. That 10 minutes have added on time. I'm trying to figure out where that might have come from. Was there an injury? Like you said,
Wharton got the header. There was the VAR for the offside. Yeah, maybe that's why. But
yeah, so quite a bit of reasons as to why. Oh, what a save, Henderson again. They're hanging on Henderson. This does remind me of, I mean, obviously for Crystal Palace in their context, this reminds me of almost like Champions League final where we were playing Man City in the final and we were hanging on at the end. Mahrez hit that shot just over the bar. Please don't. Massive block. And I remember watching like Christensen came on for, I think, Thiago Silva, who went off injured, Rudiger, Aspilicueta, Reece James, Chilwell, Kante. Everybody just bodies on the line, just trying to survive and just get the game won. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was, then the Mahrez shot went, I was like, oh, you know. Yeah.
Those were the days. Those were the days. Hopefully many more days coming like that.
They're coming back.
They're coming
Don't
back.
worry. Don't you worry. Like the song says, everything's going to be all right. I was singing it.
If we take our transfer window seriously and we don't have the same window as last summer, then everything's going to be all right. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I think we'll have a quality window. At the end of it, I think we're gonna add, you know, quality additions that will be, that will make us really competitive. Oh, Foden, that's a howler, bro.
That's poor from Foden. Foden's having a bad season, and if Florian Wirtz is going to Man City, then Foden might be on the bench more often than he's being mentally prepared for. Because I don't know if both of them are going to start like that. Because obviously Rodri's coming back into this midfield, so it's going to be interesting. It's very interesting. Take your time, Henderson. Guys, we're 3 minutes away from Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup. And when I first set up this watch along, I was like, obviously, if Man City win, it's kind of like, it's so normalized, you know what I mean? It's so boring. But Palace, the fact that Palace could win it, their first time in their history, was like, we got to be there just in case. And if they do win it, that side of the stadium's going to go off. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
They no promise that they will win it this year. Last season after they lost to Man United.
So,
Promise last season after they lost to Man United that we're gonna win it next season.
Promise broken.
About 2 minutes, it's gonna be broken.
And the thing is, like, Pep and Man City, they weren't coming. It's not like they came like last season. They came here drunk, and they came here, you know, on some foolishness against Man United. They weren't really bothered. They weren't really prepared. They had won the Premier League. This time, they actually came here serious, and they actually really want to win. I can tell that they're pushing. But Palace have got that one goal. Look at them, they're crying.
Oh, they. Wow. Oh, look at this kid. Oh, look at McTominay. Am I lying?
Why is he crying? He's a kid. Let me not get onto it, but I feel like Man City fans crying because I don't really buy it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it. You know what I mean? I'm not buying it. You crying that you're losing? I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you really crying? You really that? You know, I don't know.
1 minute. 1 minute, Palace. Hold on to it.
Oh, this is it, man. 1 minute left. Imagine having.
I tell you what. If ever there was evidence that having a box striker who can just sit there and head the ball against a low block is not the most effective way to break down low block, the last 2 games have proven why. With Haaland against the low block, hasn't proven to be effective whatsoever. I'm just saying.
I feel like Osimhen's better than Haaland in the air, for sure. Like, way better. But just because you have that option doesn't mean now that should become your only option. Yeah. But you still need it, in my opinion. Like, how many times have we...
I agree. You need it for just a different profile. But I think if that's your number one reason why you want a striker against low blocks, I think this game and last game have kind of shown me that Haaland, one of the best, if not the best box striker in the world. Wow, Palace have done it.
The final whistle blows at Wembley. Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. They have won their first trophy in their history. They have beaten Manchester City thanks to Eze in the first 15 minutes with that goal. He has the winning goal. The same guy that last summer had a 60 million release clause and nobody went near him. Nobody went close to taking him out of Palace. He's now won Palace the FA Cup, and it's going to be bedlam in South London, Southeast London. It's going to be parades. It's going to be everything. I don't know why Pep is beefing with Henderson. Henderson has just put in an absolute man-of-the-match performance. I don't know if Henderson said something to Pep. I don't know if Pep said something to Henderson. But that's how you know this means a lot to Pep. Pep did not want to come here today and lose this game. It's not like last year where I said Man City turned up drunk and they turned up unserious because they had too much, champagne after the celebrations of winning the Premier League. But this game here, they were serious. And now Man City have gone trophyless, which is absolutely insane. And also, to add to this, Robert, Ben Chilwell's won the FA Cup, so that's mad. But also, Crystal Palace, let me turn that timer off actually, because I'm just running it down. Crystal Palace will be playing Europa League football next season.
Oh, swear down. Oh, that's true. That is true. I didn't clock it.
No, City were not serious last season. Sorry, in the chat. By my observation from watching that game, I did a watch along, and many of you may have been here for that. Manchester City lost, and it's not so. Listen, because Man United fans are now, you're trying to take credit away from us. If you watch that game, it was very clear and obvious that Man City were not playing. They were playing like 50% of their capacity. They just were not at it. They were clearly influenced by alcohol. I'm sorry, Man United fans, but that's the truth, right? You didn't beat the normal four-peat team. You beat a baked version of them, and that's what it is. But anyway,
so whoever finished sixth place Conference League like us.
So how does this look for like? So how does this work now?
Last season, and we played Conference League because Man United won the FA Cup. So that means whoever finishes sixth this season would play Conference League, and whoever seventh goes without Europe, like Newcastle did last season.
Let me ask the chat because I'm not 100% sure, because you have to remember as well, obviously, if we play Betis and we win, we get Europa League as well from that, regardless of if we finish 7th. So then Palace get Europa League from FA Cup, we get Europa League from Conference League. Yeah. And then Champions League is 5 places.
5 places.
So 6th.
And there has to be one Europa League.
6th still gets Europa. I think 6th have to get Europa regardless of what happens.
So they can potentially beat 3 English teams.
We finished, but yeah, you're right. We finished 6th last season. Yeah. And we ended up in Conference League.
Oh, it's because
Man United won the FA Cup.
Because we didn't have the extra Champions League spot.
That's it. Yeah, so it's all just kind of pushed down now. Yeah, you're right. So fifth was Tottenham.
Fifth was Tottenham. We were sixth.
Yes.
We were the second Europa League team.
Yeah.
So we dropped down. So typically there should be two teams that go into Europa, right?
But there would be an extra one if we finished outside.
Yeah.
If we finished outside the Europa League spots and the Champions League spots, but we won Europa, we'll get there. Sixth will get there, and Palace would get there. So there'd be 3 English teams in Europa League, 1 in the conference for 7th, and then top 5 champions. Yeah, bro, that'd be a lot of teams in Europe.
That'd be a lot of English teams in Europe. But let me pose this question to you, because I don't know if you've seen it on my Twitter or not. Would you rather win the Europa League next season or play Champions League and get knocked out around the 16?
I will always take winning over not winning, because winning the Europa League is more valuable than getting knocked out in the Champions League at any stage. Even if you get knocked out in a final, you still didn't win. So if you're runners-up in the Champions League, you are not more successful, in my opinion, than the winners of the Europa League. However, my mentality going into the Champions League wouldn't be, we're getting knocked out. So I'm not going to... So I get it, it's more realistic, and I get that Chelsea have a better chance of winning Europa than Champions League, but I would rather be in the Champions League because I still believe unless you're knocked out of it, you can win it. So you gotta go for the best. You've always got to aim for the best.
Absolutely.
But I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying the two outcomes. Obviously, going into next season, it's a knockout competition, so you would expect that we'll give yourself a good shot to win it. But yeah.
These scenes from Crystal Palace are insane, by the way. Like, Crystal Palace right now, the fans have been singing from 0 to 90. I'm just look at their whole end at Wembley is bouncing. Obviously, the Man City end is clearing out very quickly, but this end for Palace is just bouncing. Top tier, middle tier, bottom tier. Everybody's elated. Everybody's ecstatic. This is the biggest moment in Crystal Palace's history that you're watching right now, people. This is the biggest moment in their history. First trophy for their whole club, which is nuts to think about what it must feel like from a Palace fan. There's no Palace fan living and breathing that has witnessed their team win a trophy before now. Like, this is insane. They're going to watch them lift the FA Cup. And for me, I don't know where the FA Cup ranks for you, but for me, the FA Cup it matters. Like, I wasn't happy. Like, obviously no one was happy when we got knocked out to Brighton, but when we got knocked out to Brighton and even Newcastle and the Carabao, I was pissed because I was like, I want to win at Wembley. I want us to win at Wembley. I want us to. Do you know what I mean? Where are you ranking the FA Cup, like, for you? I
mean, after the 2 major trophies and the Europa League, then comes the FA Cup for me. Yeah, so if you're in it, definitely gotta try and win it. And this is why, because you get it, Wembley, you get a trophy added to your cabinet, and yeah, man, it's good to see. It's good to see. Credit to Crystal Palace. Look at Pep.
Pep is fuming.
Look at Holland.
Pep, listen, when I say Man City look like they're more pissed. They look like they're more pissed to lose this today than when they lost to Man United. I can't remember their faces and their expressions after losing to Man United last year, but I feel like they went into that final almost unserious enough to know that they could lose that game, because Man United would obviously want it maybe more to stop them from winning the Prem and the FA Cup. Whereas now, because they have not won anything all season and it's been such a poor season for them, they look like they're fuming even more than they usually would be. Because they're like, yo, we needed to win this because they needed the trophy this season. And obviously for De Bruyne's leaving Man City. De Bruyne's done. Like, they don't win nothing for De Bruyne this season. So it's mad. But yeah, they look angry, man. They look angry.
Glasgow stock is about to go to the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phew, you reckon Eze stays or you gone this summer?
This is the thing. Eze, Mateta, Mark Gurhey last summer, Newcastle were trying to get him. They quoted 70 mil. I don't feel like Palace have to sell unless you're paying big money. I don't think Eze's release clause is still active. Mateta is the only one. He's got a 1 year left on his contract, so they kind of have to sell him. Because if they don't sell him this summer, they're not going to get any money for him next summer. And that's not smart business for a mid-table team. So I feel like they're going to have to sell Mateta. And because they're going to have to sell Mateta, I think they're going to go even more aggressive with their prices on Eze and Gurhi. I don't know how many years left they got on their contracts, but they're not going to want to rip too much of that team left.
As well after this season.
So he's got 2 years left right now.
No, this is at the end of this season. He will have 1 year left.
So his contract ends next summer.
Next summer.
Oh, then they got to sell him as well.
Yeah. And Mateta are going into last year of their contract, so yeah, and they're gonna have to invest big, because in Europe next season, either you mess around, you're fighting relegation with that Thursday Sunday if you don't invest properly.
Man United, Tottenham, they look like they might get they were trying to get relegated this year.
Man, I'm telling you, they better. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Whether you sell Eze and Mateta and Gehi, and you will reinvest it into bolstering your squad for bracing yourself for Europe 2 games a week. It's gonna be a shock to their system. I mean, good shock to the system, but a shock nonetheless. Oh, Pep looks sad, man.
Fuck that.
Did you ever see him sad as this after losing the trophy? I don't think it was this sad losing the Champions League final to us. He looks sadder here, man. I feel bad for him.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel bad for any Man City fan or Pep. No, I mean, you lot have won way too much for me to feel sorry for you. Like them lot have cleared us on Premier League titles. Yeah. Cleared us. Yeah. They've gone from being behind us to having like 10. So I'm not feeling sorry for any of them. They can all hold that. Big Steve gonna have to hold that on Monday. And listen, we gonna be there. Do you know what I mean? We gonna be there. Hopefully this is not the continuation of the upsets, because we got Real Betis. Tottenham play Man United. I don't want Tottenham to win. I don't know why you want Tottenham to win, but that's none of my business. As a Chelsea fan, no chance I'm wanting Tottenham to win. It's mad. Yeah, it's mad, bro. But this is, Pep's pissed, bro. Pep is pissed.
It's because I know more United fans than I know Tottenham fans. Okay.
Do you know what? That's fair. Because the reason why I get so aggressive on like Arsenal not winning anything is a lot of that is because we're rivals, but also I just know so many Arsenal fans. I know my life would be hell. Do you know what I mean? So your life would also be hell. So I understand that.
It doesn't matter how crap we are. We're gonna end up with a trophy, whether it's a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup or a Europa League. We're gonna win a trophy regardless. And then I just want to hear it from them.
They're saying there's no Spurs fans in Africa. You know, Big Six going South Africa.
I've never met Spurs fans in Africa, bro.
Big Six going South Africa. And
oh, you are?
That's
why I saw that. Yeah.
You see, bro, a couple weeks, bro.
You are in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're going. Well, it is a couple weeks because.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Where?
2.5 Johannesburg. It's like 2.5 weeks away.
Nice.
Just over 2 weeks away, bro. It's coming quickly.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's dope, man. Y'all doing it big.
Bro, I'm buzzing, bro. I've never been to South Africa before. I'm buzzing.
Have you been to Africa at all?
Yeah, I went to Kenya when I was little. That's the only place I've been is Kenya. I've never been Ghana, never been Nigeria. These are all on the list.
Yeah.
But the amount of football fans in Africa, people underestimate. Like, Africa do not take football lightly, bro. They take it serious. I knew, because obviously, behind the scenes, I was like, yo, I'm looking at all our demographics. Turkish looked at his, I looked at mine. Everybody looked at theirs. And South Africa was always behind USA in terms of like most watched on our content. South Africa's always like 3rd or 4th. Maybe Nigeria might be 3rd, but it's not a joke, bro. They're moving mad already. Like, I'm seeing the comments. Why don't you come to Cape Town?
Yeah, exactly. They got one. Come to Cape Town. Come to Pretoria. Come. Yeah, it's gonna be mad. You're gonna have. I'm sure you're gonna have fans that's traveling from those cities to just come and hang out and chill out with you guys. It's gonna be. Yeah, man. It'll be fun.
People are saying, "Am I going to the Club World Cup, bro?" It's expensive, man. It's expensive.
I'm telling you, I wanted to go. I want to go. Obviously, I'm US based, but I want to go to the group stage. But then after the group stage, it gets too. It just the cost for a ticket to go to quarterfinal or semifinal game is just it's too much. Yeah, it's too much. $500-$600 for a ticket. That's just it's not even hospitality.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Going out there will ruin your whole season. Like, if I want to do away trips in Europe or whatever next season, whatever I decide to do, like, I can't be going to America and just blowing the whole season budget. Do you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So listen, the FFP, PSR for our personal bank accounts, like we gotta make it make sense. You know what I mean? It might have to be like a little Dewsbury Hall deal or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be one of those ones.
It's gonna have to make sense. But I don't think. And plus, it's US traveling from east to west. It's a 6-hour flight. It's a long flight. Hotel accommodations, and then you gotta pay $500 for a ticket for a semi-final game. No. I'll catch it on TV, and then I'll come back next season to watch the game at Stamford Bridge.
It's mad, bro. It's mad. For me, I have to know my limits, and I have to know, like, I have to know my limitations, bro.
I hope this is not the same for the World Cup. Otherwise, they're gonna flop.
World Cup's gonna be disgusting.
They're gonna
be
flop
disgusting.
at the World Cup big time if this is how they're trying to proceed with the World Cup, paying, $200 for a regular ticket for a game. They're gonna have to reevaluate it big time.
Yeah. Right. Let me keep going through the chat. What's being said? Have I missed out? Obviously, right now I'm kind of just waiting for the trophy lift for Palace because we ain't never seen it on our lifetime. Palace or anybody's lifetime seen Palace lift a trophy, so may as well stick around for that. Yeah. And then after that, we go and wrap up. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Let's see. Big up to everybody in the chat as well, man. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the surprise. Listen, you guys had no idea. I had to cuss Robert for ages at halftime. I was cussing him out. I was cussing out everything. I was cussing out his decisions, his ideas. I was cussing out Robert for like 10 minutes, bro.
And I'm walking in his yard with
bro's drinking cup of tea in my cup. And he's drinking tea in my cup and I'm cussing him out. I was cussing him out for like 10 minutes. His brother's walking around my house. I said, yo, where's Saj, bro? Only OGs will remember, bro. Saj, I chatted to Saj a couple months ago. But listen, we'll definitely probably try and get him on one of these little surprise streams or something. But yeah, that brother don't travel well, man. Robert got in that Uber today swiftly, bruv. Robert got in that Uber comfortably, brother. Well dressed, got the Chelsea top on as well. Do you know what I mean? Robert traveled well, bro. If I try to get Saj to come here, bro, I've tried many a time. That brother won't get in the Uber. Next thing you know, now I'm getting cancellation fees. It's long, brother. Do you know what I mean? I can't trust that, brother. Assad saying, what Maresca excuse Palace won the FA Cup? How did I just know? How did I just know he was gonna come and cook Maresca?
It's wild. But yeah, credit to Palace, man. Congrats to them. It's a massive achievement. And Man City can hold that 100% with the $1 million investment in January. Can you imagine if they don't make Champions League either?
You're praying on their downfall, isn't it?
Big time. Just because so I can just be shameless against you. That's the only reason. Because you were coming for me on my timeline every time they would buy a player in January. Look, they fixed the midfield. The defense is solid. Mahmoud, they attack. They got striker. Who we got? Amugu.
I feel like I was justified. So now obviously they've lost the FA Cup, but do you know what? They spent that money to get Champions League, and you need to be careful because we might not get Champions League. And if we don't get Champions League, you'd be lucky that you came here today and not next week. Because if you came here next week and we didn't beat Forest and we didn't get Champions League, this would be a very different stream, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking a lot. You're talking a lot right now, but you need to remember. Listen, I hear that. You're coming here after a win. Yeah. We just beat Man United. It's calm for you. Yeah. If we don't get Champions League next season and we don't beat Forest next week and Aston Villa beat Man United and we finish outside Champions League, brother, all that January stuff I'll be talking would have been for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Because it would have been like, yo, if we had just done something in January, even something like City and they qualified, this will be the difference. And then you know what I mean? You'll be like, hold.
If we do, if we don't, I still won't rate it, but I'll concede to your point a little bit more. But if we both do, then I'd be like, well,
Yeah,
If
we both do, then we both.
I was more right, but don't need to record.
If we both do, we save 200 million. Yeah.
We saved 200 million. We kept Santos in France, developing one young player of the season, right? For Ligue 1, and we keep moving.
Got to win in Conference League though.
Yeah, we're gonna beat Betis, bro.
Anthony, I don't need Anthony doing some madness as well.
Yeah, no. The way people are not scared of Anthony is if he's Yamal or something. I mean, it's Anthony after all. I mean,
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up soon. Palace are just getting their medals, and then they're gonna lift the FA Cup for the first time in their history. They're gonna lift a trophy, and then once that is done, me and Robert gonna find where the best lamb is in London, and we're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna eat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Everybody laughing at Man City. Big Steve got a lot to explain in Monday's show for Big Six. Don't miss it. Do you know what I mean? Monday's show, Big Six. I don't want to hear nothing about take it on the chin. I don't want to hear nothing. Bro, I don't want to hear nothing about take it on the chin. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing about congratulations to Crystal Palace until I hear about why Manchester City was so predictable and so... I mean, to be fair, he did kind of call it, like you said in the preview. He did say that Haaland shouldn't have started this game. And a lot of people in the chat were like, why is he saying that? Why wouldn't you start Haaland? But I guess today we found out that when Haaland is starting, they almost did play a little bit into Palace's hands. Yeah.
And then I don't know if this Glasner played mind games, because the league game when Man City won 5-2, he played the highest high line against Man City that you can possibly play.
Oh, he did it on purpose, you said?
I have no idea. And then he took off Mateta at halftime, which was like, why? It was 2-2 at the time. Why are you taking off Mateta? Yeah, no, big up to them. Wow. Nketiah left Arsenal and won a trophy before.
Nketiah left Arsenal and won a trophy. Is that what you're saying?
Did I say that?
What? Is that what you said?
My bad. I don't even know why I brought that up. But yeah, he left Arsenal, and his first season, he won more trophies than... Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
That's nasty work, but it's not wrong. He's not wrong, chat. He's kind of right with that one, you know what I mean? He's cooking up something. Nketiah's left Arsenal and go and lift something. First
season is lifting up something at Crystal Palace.
Big up to Crystal Palace, man. Big up to Crystal Palace. Big up to Robert for being on the show. Big up to Robert for coming on. It's been a brilliant watch along. Nice little halftime surprise. Yeah, we got exactly what we wanted as well from the game. Yeah. Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup.
London more often because the results tend to go our way when I come around here.
Listen, that's an expensive.
Yeah, it's an expensive trip. I'll tell you that, and it's a long one. Exactly. 10 hours on the plane is not sexy. I'll tell you that right now.
It's mad. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap up. I'm absolutely buzzing with this. This is exactly how I wanted this watch along to go, and we had great fun. Yeah, you know what I mean? We had great debates.
This is amazing, man.
We had great debates.
Yeah.
Great chat. Great vibes. And yeah, people, big up. Appreciate the support. Make sure you smash up all the likes, smash up all the icons, and I will see you guys for the next piece of content. Robert. Handshake on stream.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? That's
my
brother
there. Blue brothers for life.
Until then, in a bit, people. Peace. Come on.